Originally, you guys were looking for the hag because you guys want to get the hag's tongue to give to the chef in Callian. But you guys found this ruins and decided to go down. There was like a tunnel, right? And from before, Neji recognizes maybe one of the tunnels that the darkness created, or the hordes of the darkness created. So you guys went down and ventured into it, and through some like caverns. You guys were basically being attacked by all kinds of things. This is just like a side quest kind of, guys, but there's like more to it. There does appear to be some mason work to the caverns and the tunnels, like it was built by someone, maybe long ago. And you guys found your way into this beautiful like mushroom forest here, and it's like this underground fungus that glows and is like very bright. But there's like a few different paths, that extend out of this. One path that goes back this way, one that like there was like a way that you climbed up here, and then you guys found basically the Mama Grick. The Gricks, like they're subterranean creatures, basically just predators. But there was one of the Grick mothers there, and in the corner of the room, you find someone slimed and gooped up. Vodos Vex, why don't you describe your character? I imagine that scene in the Alien where they like have you all gooped up against the wall and they're just saving you later for a meal,
Oh, wow. Okay. Vodos Vex. He is standing, for a Triton, he's pretty damn tall. Standing at a whopping 6'2". Very muscular build, teal skin, big fin-like ears, and this curly hair that goes down to his shoulders. He's currently wearing a Spartan-like chest piece with like the engravings of like pecs and abs on it, as well as an amulet that looks like it's like a blood slash with blood dripping from it. It has this really big silver and gold shoulder piece, and this really long cape going on the other shoulder. At his two sides, you see on his left side is a mace, on his right side is a long sword. He also has a big shield strapped to the side of his on his arm. He doesn't wear any shoes, but he has these pants that go all the way down to the ankles, and from the ankles to the knee are armored, kind of silvery and teal metals. And he also has this what seems to be like a what is it called? A circlet that goes around his head, and a big blue gem in the center of it. That's what he looks like. He's a Triton, very, very clearly a Triton. He has the winged, the fin-like on his forearms and on his calves coming out of the armor as well. Am I unconscious, Asbog, or can I speak at all?
Yeah, like strings of like you see like the bones in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Grick, this giant Grick is now slain before you. I think you guys were trying to like skin it and get the goodies from the Grick as always. And I think someone successfully did get the tentacle, which could be used as a whip. Yeah, that was I guess. You guys are killing me with the monster bits, man. You guys always want to skin these things. And yeah, like slimed up in the corner though is Avoda's Vex, as he described himself. But there's just like bones and just junk all around here. But the cavern itself, you can just see like it comes to an end. Like it's just a small little like enclave where the Grick maybe dug their way in here and made it their home next to this mushroom forest.
I can stand up from this goo that you were talking about. I can stand up.
You try to move, you're like kind of grunt a little bit, and like they've like somehow spittled you in there, and the saliva is like hardened to a point where your weapon is still attached to you, but somehow you've been captured by the Gricks.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our group of adventurers is here, where our game begins.
Okay, cool.
I will approach the gooped up man on the wall and I guess attempt to cut the strings off of him.
Pull it back. It's like pulls it back as the goop like snaps and breaks a little bit, You just need like some momentum to break it off, Vodos. Fortunately, Beckett is here to help.
Yes. Can I try to help him by just trying to force my way out as well?
You're kind of weak.
Help me! I'm trying to help you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Vodos, you're kind of weak. You haven't eaten for a day or so.
Yeah.
They just kept you down here. You have 1 stack of exhaustion.
Okay.
Damn, you start off the game with that. That's
Yeah, I
gotta
start
suck.
the game with that. Holy moly. Okay. I look up. I'll probably, look around my surroundings. I see you walk up and go, hey, how long?
Hold still. As I say that, I put my ever-burning torch up close to the saliva to try to like melt it a little bit. And as it gets weaker, I'm gonna start cutting away at it to try to get him out of it.
Who are you?
I'm Beckett.
And did you come to save me? Did Avarice send me help?
I've never heard of this person, and I was not expecting to see anyone down here.
Maybe my goddess brought you here.
I doubt that. Damn, this thing's tough.
Free me, and I shall join you.
I'm trying. As I say, I plant my boot up against the wall, and I grab him by the shoulder and try to pry him out of it after cutting him loose a little.
You pull him free.
Oh. I take a couple steps, and I kind of just wiggle myself, kind of roll my shoulders back. I'm like I said, I'm pretty freaking big for a Triton. I don't know how tall are you? How tall are you, Beckett?
I'm just under 6 foot, so yeah, you're taller than me.
Just like, I was down here searching for a relic, but I got stuck here. And you?
Well, we were looking for a hag. Then we got lost, sort of.
He looks up at the ceiling for a second and looks around. Perhaps we can help each other. Yes?
In such a dangerous place, I think it'd be foolhardy to refuse assistance.
Very well.
Well,
And I look past your shoulder, and they are...
them? I have no idea. Never cared enough to ask for their names.
We did
I'll let them introduce themselves.
We did kind of vote on a group name before, but the group is kind of different now, so I don't know if we're going with what we voted for or not. But I will step forward and look at you. And, are you hurt, lad? You okay?
I'm hungry. I feel not as energetic as I usually am. Just very hungry. I've been stuck here for about... How long has it been?
The days and nights blur together. Unknown.
For a while.
I doubt you would have rested more than a day without food and water. Especially with that thing just outside of reach.
Yeah. Perhaps you
Either
have
way, we appear to be safe for now. Here, I'll give you a bit of bread. Something to eat. We're known as the Fortunes Follow. We're trying to find a hag. Get her tongue. Came across a mighty beast that we slayed. Then we managed to free yourself. You're more than welcome to join us. More hands, the better.
Perhaps this is the path my goddess wishes for me. So, I shall join you. As he takes the bread and just kind of just shoves it all in his gob at once. What is this? This is delicious.
Well, I met a chef back in the town before we came here. The guy had sent us on the mission. Made some fine bread. It's a sourdough, I think.
Different from any food in the sea, but it shall do, as he shoves the rest of it into his gob. He is very moist as well, very shiny and wet.
Your skin is sort of dried out, though, staying underground
Oh
here.
yeah.
You know,
Damn it,
being
you're
chimed
right.
up. You haven't, like, gone
Okay.
back to the water. Maybe you
I
got
look
here
chapped.
through this, like, underground stream. Think to yourself, it kind of comes back. You guys hear the sound of distant rushing water coming from outside this area.
Water. Do you guys have any water? Take me to some, please. I feel chapped and dry.
You feel like a fish out of water?
Ha! Ha ha! Good one.
Thank you,
But
I
yes.
tried.
I do. So please, can you take me to this, put an ear out, source of water nearby?
Sure. We'll help you find some water.
Out of character, are you damaged?
No. I'm
Okay.
just very exhausted.
Thank you.
So you said you need a hag's tongue? For what?
Well, I told you we were sent here by a chef. He wants the tongue for a recipe. We figured, screw it, we'll do it.
As for myself, I've just been contracted to end the thing's life, so...
Ha! I'm gonna like you. But not merely in their life, yes? You want to douse the flame of hope they have in their hearts. And with utter, complete, and defeat, yes?
Sure, let's go with that.
Good. I'm gonna like you. Very well. Where to now? As he kind of wipes off the sword and his shield of the rest of the dirt and stuff. I just need some water
Neji,
now.
how do you look, buddy? I think you had 2 stacks of exhaustion. You're muted, bud.
It's even worse.
Yeah, I am like exhausted. I'm like barely able to stand on my own 2 legs. I'm like dragging my feet along as my speed is halved. I'm not having a good time at all.
Neji dropped
I
twice in
think
the
it'd
fight.
be...
Say again?
Neji, you dropped twice, I think, in that fight.
At least twice, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I have 2 stacks.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
do you
think
guys
it would be
think?
wise if we were to return to the surface. This doesn't seem to be worth it. Too many times have a certain someone, collapsed mid-fight. So maybe we should get somewhere safe in that. Objections?
No, sir.
No. Good. Then I suggest we return to the surface post-haste.
Now, I'm just going to repost the loot that we had from fighting these guys in here. We have some copper pieces, silver pieces, the suit of scale mail, +1. And I think Neji took the vampiric figurine that casts prismatic spray. And then there's also a glint goblinoid skull that casts blight. Who took that? Or who wants to take it? And I just linked it in our Discord.
I didn't even know that we got
It's
that.
a single-use item, right?
The single-use relic, that's correct.
Might want to put that in the bag for the $22.50 it's worth.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be sold.
Yeah.
To kind of also recap, Vodo says that he's here because there's more. He's looking for something.
Yeah.
I say we head to the surface and rest up. I need to submerge myself in water, and I'll be ready to battle down here again. Oh
I
my
need
God.
to submerge myself in a bed.
And I need a 15-minute breather. Let's go.
In the fight, Neji, you dropped, right? And
Yes,
I think you also reverted to your normal form. You were
I
like
did.
the appearance of this boy, but now
Mhm.
what do you look like as your true changeling self?
about 6 feet tall. white skin, white hair, long, about like to his like shoulder blades. Wearing just basic like garb, like leather, like black leather shirt, pants, shoes, gloves, and white eyes. Like
And this is the first time the party has actually seen your true form, yeah?
yes, yeah.
So how you guys want to divide? So here's kind of the question. This is the first time I think the party has really encountered some loot. How do you guys dividing up the coin? Who's taking the scale mail armor? And like Neji's taking that. Morgwin has decided to take the goblinoid skull and just put it in a bag, but someone has to hold the bag. See what I'm saying, guys?
Who wants to be the loot director?
Yeah, I was just saying, I just did the math already for the coins.
I don't think Vodos would probably take anything just because he's just joined. So he doesn't feel right.
Well, goddamn, now I gotta do my math all over again. Come on.
Neji, how do you feel about doing the group loot bag, and we'll all just get the coins divvied up?
Neji has 2 stacks of exhaustion and doesn't want to carry anything.
Yeah.
So true.
All right, I'll handle the items from the group. I know that Ramondo had mentioned about the scale mail, but if it was metal armor, he wouldn't be interested in it.
Yeah, Beck could grab that, since nobody else was interested in it.
I'm not.
All right, so Beckett's taking the scale mail +1.
Yep.
Okay, I'll put. And did you want Neji? Did you want the vampire figurine with the prismatic sprite?
I'm probably gonna sell it. Like 3,000 gold's a lot of gold, right?
Prismatic spray though.
Depending on what I can actually buy, that's gonna help me. I'll sell it. If I can't really like buy anything that I want with the gold, I'm gonna keep it because that is a pretty dope one-time use spell.
Yeah. Unless all of your friends are standing where your enemies are and you try to use prismatic spray and get the party. It's an interesting spell on paper.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put the goblinoid skull in a bag.
Now, one thing you can do, I know D&D Beyond can do it, is you can have containers be labeled. Yeah. And you can also label that container whatever you want to do.
Yes, you can.
All right, I just did the math for divvying up the coins.
Cool. So you guys can add those coins to your sheet. Right.
And since I did the math, I'll add the excess as a tax.
Thank you, Beckett.
That's for having divisional skills.
You're welcome.
Anyone who doesn't want their copper, I'm happy to take it.
Wants the what?
Whoever he wants us to give his money, is what he's saying.
In the first session, people wasn't interested in copy.
Who tried to grab the book a little bit ago is asking for some copy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So it looks like you guys have divvied up the loot. Beckett goes around and hands the correct amount of coins to everyone. Do you guys want to backtrack your way back up to the surface? Is that what's going to happen? Or do you guys want to rest here? Or what's
That's what I'd like to do.
How long would it take to get back to the surface, considering that I'm moving at half speed?
Probably like 10 minutes.
Can I carry you?
10, 20 minutes.
Wait.
Like that.
Yeah, it'd be like 10, 20 minutes. We'll just go back to the surface.
I could easily carry him.
You don't need to be carried. You're just hobbling, right? You're pretty weak.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when you rest, you only remove 1 stack of exhaustion per long rest.
Bitch. Okay.
Looks like we're resting for 16 hours. No, that's but you look hurt.
Now, I did buff to kind of counteract the exhaustion stuff, we do allow for other players to apply medicine rolls against you to also remove those exhaustion stack.
Ooh,
So it buffs the medicine check, which is often an underutilized skill.
Let's go. I like it.
Hold on a moment.
I
I think I might have something. I have a herbalist kit or herbalism kit that could help.
We can give you make it. Are you proficient in medicine as well, Beckett?
Not proficient, no, but I do have a +3 in it.
I have herbalism kit and proficient, but I've only had +2.
There we go. Let's have him do it.
When a player does a medicine check, they can't do like watch. You know what I'm saying, though? That's kind of the difference too.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because they're spending like a couple hours to try to help you recoup.
it's better that I watch anyways.
Here's the question. First question to the group is: are we resting here in this cavern? Which, you know, Morgan, you've been in here a few minutes. It's pretty quiet. Like you hear some dripping of like, you know, some stalagmites, and you do hear some distant water running, you know, off the side, you know. But besides the big dead brick that's in here, seems pretty safe in here. But we could go back to the surface if you want. What? do
How
you guys
about
wanna
this,
do?
lads? Fizz and Beckett. Why don't we leave Neji and Fizz here? We'll take a walk around a bit, make sure that the cave is empty and that we're safe. Once we determine that, we'll come back here, we'll rest up. Perhaps we can find you some water in the meantime. Vodos.
I'll go with you. Perhaps you'll need help if any dangers arise.
Fizz, why don't you keep Neji safe?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go, lads.
We did just kill the biggest thing in here I'm aware of, so
Chances
Why not?
are we've killed everything that's here and we don't have much to worry about, but it's better to be safe than sorry, you know.
indeed.
And with that, I pass out.
Too many times have I been ambushed in the night.
Before you
And-
pass out, Vodos will
Nope,
come
already
up to
happened.
you. Oh. Well, Vodos will go to your sleeping body and give you 10 points of lay on hands just to heal you a little bit.
Oh.
And now I feel really guilty for not taking lesser restoration, so sorry. I ended up taking a different level 2 spell because I was being
By the
selfish.
way, I might not look it, but I'm less than half health.
That's including me too.
What is the obvious race of everybody here? Half elf, you said?
Yeah,
I'm just under
yeah.
half.
I'm at 28 out of 55 right now.
Okay. So we got a
I took a few
changeling,
swipes.
56.
changeling.
But I'm the only one who hasn't dropped. So
And when we get back, I can do Song of Rest as well to beef everybody a little bit.
sweet.
Cool.
I'm going to move us back to the surface then, correct? To the shrine.
Perhaps we can.
We're gonna
How
track our
bad
way
is
back?
the little area that we're in? Maybe we just stay down here.
Yeah, we were
Or are we gonna leave?
just gonna make camp here and
Yeah.
Okay.
examine the area just to make sure there's no other enemies.
Make
But
an
I do
investigation
require
roll,
water.
but Beckett with advantage since someone else is helping you. I'm assuming.
What roll am I making?
Make an investigation roll.
Yes, sir.
I have
And I-
proficiency, so you have advantage.
I already have advantage.
Okay, then.
We'll see what you roll.
Thank you, though. Oh, that's a good number.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty safe spot. Like the Ricks must have tunneled this area out. It's like elevated above the mushroom forest. And you guys have been here a few minutes. There's no other Gricks that have come by. It does seem kind of safe to maybe rest here. It's like a lair, you know, for some monster. But you pick up some of the bones, like you see strange bones. Like, you rolled really high, so I'll tell you, like, what type of monsters have you fought, Beckett?
I mostly fought undead and a handful of monstrosities. I have encountered one or two aberrations, but those were more rare than anything else. But my specialty is with
are
undead.
humanoid in size. Some of them range,
Right.
like you can tell from like the femur lengths and other size of these bones and the skulls that the Grix have munched on. That they're just humanoid, but they vary in size. Some are like the size of a small child, which doesn't make sense. But then you pull up one of the skulls. It looks almost like a fish head, in a way.
Okay. Kuatoa, most likely.
We're gonna
That'd
rest
be
here,
my
guys.
guess.
Should I add some timer? And so who's taking watch? Are we taking watch?
Beckett would take first watch. He's a little too uncomfortable to go to sleep right now. It's just his adrenaline's still a little spiked, so he'll take first watch.
I do want to say that I do want to go look for water. That is something Vodos will do if he has to do it alone.
Does someone have a water skin to help Vodos out?
Yeah, I
I
do.
do.
They offer you some water skin. Is that what you're asking for, Vodos? Or are you going to try to like go and look for this?
Yeah, I'm not really dependent on water like grungs, but I would prefer to be wet as a Triton. I would prefer it. So yes.
Does someone
I would
want to like
take
splash
that
his like water skin over this guy?
Oh yeah, as soon as he starts complaining about it, Beckett just immediately uncorks his water skin and just splashes him in the face with it.
Yeah, I need. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't give a verbal response. I just cork it and I turn back around to face the exit.
Jeez.
Who's taking second
Anywho.
watch? Beckett says he's taking first.
Hmm.
I don't mind taking second.
Bizgig. Who's taking third?
I'll take fourth or final.
Morgwin.
Uh,
So you three cannot perform the medicine check on Neji or Vodos. Neji needs a medicine check, so the only one that able to offer him would be Vodos. You guys
Wait.
understand?
Can't I do it?
No, because you're on second watch.
Oh.
Perhaps we switch. I can be a watch and you can do your medicine.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Very well.
Vodos is on second watch. So we're resting here. Everybody kind of like takes out their sleeping bag, and there's like a small. You guys lighting a small fire in here, or how's this working?
Yeah, Becca would do the same thing that he did before. He'll just use his
Ever burning torch.
Yeah, he'll just set his burning torch in the center of the room.
Just a little chilly
That'd
in
be
here. That's
easier.
all. You know, it's like hard stone.
Yeah.
Stone here is kind of rough. It's not like masoned at all. It is a natural cavern,
Sure.
though. Maybe water got in here somehow and like started it, and then the Grix like, kept, moving in there a little bit further, burrowing in here.
Right.
Beckett's on first watch. What are you thinking about, Beckett? As time is passing by, everybody kind of goes to sleep, and you see Bizgig tending to the wounds of Neji.
Beckett's just kind of revisiting some other cases of where he had to go out for long extended periods of time underground, where it was almost always by himself, but it was easy because he was quiet. He never had to worry about anybody else, but now that he has more people to worry about, it might become a little bit more of a problem. And
Sounds like some bongos in there. Someone's in a little
I have
tropical.
no idea where that's coming
Someone has a little tropical action going on here. I like it. Little
And,
mojitos
during-
or something. That's
during his
Margot.
watch, he's just going to take out that rusted longsword he found outside, and he's just going to examine it, just to see like what kind of era it came from, since it seems to be pretty old.
Song of Rest doesn't get you much, but it sounds pretty. Everyone gets an extra single hit point because I rolled horribly. As he plays you to sleep with his lute.
Next.
Do you perhaps have a battle song for when we're in battle?
Oh, maybe you haven't seen these things that are on my back. And you would look and notice he's got bagpipes.
Ah,
Vodos wouldn't know what bagpipes are. Like, what are they?
Oh, you'll hear him, lad. A very distinctive sound. The lads will tell you. But this is better for a lullaby.
Very well. He's kind of
We'll
just.
have Fizzgig make the medicine roll. Fizzgig, you
fuck
can
it
make
up.
that medicine roll right now.
5.
Oh
Oh
my god.
no!
I think we say the DC is like 15
Amputation
plus
is
level
required.
exhaustion or something like that. So the DC is pretty high. I just see the ellipsis on my end. So you said the result was 5. So I'm assuming Neji, it does not work. In other words, you still would have 1 stack of exhaustion after the full rest. Vodos, though, is on second watch. Vodos, what are you thinking about?
Vodos would be gripping onto his amulet of avarice
Mm-hmm.
on his around his neck, and he'd be whispering prayers to avarice as into, is it by chance that this group has, came to me, or I've came to them, or did she send them to me on my path of conquest to become her champion, her most powerful champion? And I just sit there pondering,
Damn, you really are.
letting
Trying.
off little, literally, just praying, questioning if it's just by chance or if this will help me towards my path of conquest.
In the Great War, it's rumored that the gods themselves were even slain by powerful weapons. Many of these artifacts have been lost in the world of Zin. Just like the sword of Voltun, now the sword of Avarice. Far away across the sea in the Isles of Ethelos.
It is my mission to go get that sword of my goddess.
Some
and to
say it
become
is
her pure
wielded.
champion.
Some say it is wielded by the Witch Queen herself, with her king, Dwarma, the Lich King.
And let them be slain in my path.
Morgwyn is on third watch. What's going on, Morgwyn? Everybody seems to be pretty well rested. This like natural cavern, despite it being like just kind of spooky and weird, it's pretty safe.
I'm just sitting in the back, lute in hand, just keeping an eye out, but practicing through a line over and over and over that's kind of quiet and serene, but still keeping my eyes peeled, is just working through muscle memory of playing same lines over and over.
What do you think about Neji's true form now that he's reverted from this young boy to a man, or his true form?
I'm puzzled by it because we all kind of took Neji in as a child, but we've seen him kind of display strength and power at the same time, and now he looks nothing like what we knew him as, and that will take time to process, but he's still Neji.
This gig seems to be more cooperative lately too. What do you think about that?
It's awesome.
You guys complete, I'm going to add 6 hours to the timer, correct? Is that how it works? And we complete our long rest.
Yeah, baby. No more exhaustion.
And we don't reset HP, right? Just hit die.
Your hit die resets because you're not resting in the inn.
Okay.
Like you're on like a rough, rock surface,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Like in the dungeon somewhere. If you were in the nice bed at the inn where the elves were at, maybe paying for some evening company, Neji. You can transform into any handsome figure, I guess, or woman.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
He's becoming
Possibilities
George
are
Clooney.
endless.
Me.
I don't
do
know.
me.
Float your boat. It's now 5 o'clock in the evening, though, but we do complete a long rest. So how we do long rest is your hit dice reset. One stack of exhaustion is removed, so Vodos is now rested up. Maybe that splash of water from Beckett really helped. And everybody has to remove 1 day's rations.
Yep.
from their character sheet.
Let's
Does anybody want to use those hit dice? They can use them to heal any hit dice that they or hit points that they've lost. Or you guys can cast spells or whatever if you want to heal up. That's up to you as well.
I mean, unless if somebody's willing to use magic on me, I'll use my hit dice.
How
I'm
much do you
using
need
one of my hit
out
die.
of character.
Ah,
How much do you require?
I'm at 29 out of 55. So 30, no, not 30, 26 HP.
How about I offer you 10 hit points of lay on hands?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll just come up to you, like, thanks for the water. I hope this helps. As I hold on to the amulet and grip your shirt very tightly and give you lay on hands. 10 points of lay on hands.
Bodos, how do you heal him? By what god do you recant, or how do you release the power of healing?
See, this god isn't really about healing, more about bloodlust. So it's very confusing.
Return the blood.
Yeah, I'd give a small prayer to Avarice, the goddess of passion, bloodlust, and fury, and just I don't really know how to explain it. Never thought of it.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, if you are offering a prayer while casting magic on me, Beckett is very visibly uncomfortable from this.
I stare you deeply in the eye as I give you the prayer, as I know you're uncomfortable. But I just hold on to your shirt, and you notice that on his left, there are some words that are like kind of seared into his shoulder, kind of glow a little bit as some of this like radiance, but also dark, I'd say magical source just goes down his arm into your body, closing some of your wounds.
Don't like that. Thanks, but don't do that.
Oh, I guess I won't heal you then.
I would appreciate that.
Morgwyn, during the Great War, many secrets of powerful magic was lost, as a lot of the great wizards or the archmages themselves were even challenged or killed. It's strange to see even such powerful magic. This would be beyond even the scope of any healer in Callium.
When we get some time, lad, I'd like to talk to you about that.
To me.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do something like that before. It's pretty rare. We'll talk about it tonight.
As you wish. Bard.
Morgwyn, sir.
Morgwyn, sorry.
Morgwyn Monroe.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing that though, still are we? Yeah. Oh, one thing, if we get beat up in a fight, we should probably try to blow spells before we go to bed. So if people are down HP before we rest, just put your hand up so we can blow some spell slots, because
Right.
I'm not comfortable blowing spell slots after we rest for you, Beckett. You gotta ask.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
Beckett uses some hit dice to heal up. Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
Remember
that's
to
what that
also
was.
add
I
your
couldn't-
you also add your con mod too whenever you use hit dice.
Oh, right. I have max con. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus.
You have 20 con.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's your
Power
dump
gamers.
stat? I gotta know.
My dump stat's charisma.
Is that a -3?
No, it's a 10.
Oh,
I
fair
rolled
enough.
good.
Apparently, you got like 75 or 80 points in the roll off.
We rolled for your character, right, Beckett? Or I think we rushed it. I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
We
cool.
did.
I
I just happened to get really good ones.
I'm just getting power gamed. That's all. Do you guys want to leave the
power
cavern and
game.
go back to this mushroom forest in a way and adventure forward?
Sure.
You're back and use the bathroom.
I'm excited to see how you are in battle, my new friends.
What's the marching order?
I'll take point since I have the Everburn torch.
Beckett's up front with the ever-burning torch. Okay.
I think Vodos would go second just because he's excited to go douse the
Vodos.
flame of hope of people.
Cool.
And we'll put Neji kind of in the middle of us to protect him since he's still a little banged up.
Neji, and then Fizgig. Where do you want to go? At the very end, or
I'll take the rear.
okay, Fizgig on the rear, and then Morgwin is second to last.
Oh, you're not going
Oh.
behind me, sir.
No, I'd rather go in front. Yeah,
I'll take
go
the rear myself.
Fizgig,
Any
the
reason
furball.
for that?
Oh, there's a story I'll tell you when you tell me about that magic thing you did with your hands.
Very well. Very well.
Beckett, you slip through this like narrow passageway here. Two of our players don't have Tailspire, so I'm kind of moving the models and stuff, guys, and I'll describe stuff a little bit. And we don't need to move the models all the time. I kind of just move Beckett and I describe things, and you can move your model if you want to, or Morgwin, I can give you permission here as well, and Morgwin can kind of control him if he wants to help move up the models and stuff like that. That would be Vodos and I think of the I'm Beckett. I'm controlling Beckett, so you can move Vodos if you want to, Morgwin. It's pretty glorious. You feel pretty well rested, Beckett, after fighting off the Mama Grick. You look down into this like a luminous forest of underground fungus that just lights up the whole cavern. Across the way, though, like you do see some mason steps here. You know, so there was something here. Maybe a more civilized society maybe lived here once, right? Like the Gricks aren't building steps, but obviously this fungus in the forest here is been natural. This place must be decades old or abandoned long ago. There is on the other side over here. Yeah, so this like leads to a tunnel of some kind.
Pretty sure that's where we came from.
There's a tunnel right here too. You can barely see it, but you spend a few minutes looking here. There's a tunnel here, and then the stairway up here back to the dwarven burial chamber.
Indeed. Well, never been one to turn down a call for adventure. Besides, this guy's here for something, so might as well help him find whatever that is. So
Also to the left here, Beckett, there is another path as well. If we go to the right, Beckett, we go back to the dwarven burial chamber and kind of leave the area. Or we go back and there's more stuff to go through if you want to.
Maybe we go to the southwest first, and then we do the tunnel on the way out, since the steps are up.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So Morgwin, you want to go through the tunnel this way?
No, let's do the southwest, that way. Yeah,
over there.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to move Beckett that way. And just kind of...
I just want to point out that I have my sword drawn just in case we get ambushed.
Your sword is out.
Oh yeah, once you... Go ahead.
Your sword is out and you're cautiously like walk forward. And you come up to a door. And I'll move everybody's model up now. At least I'll try to.
Just as you unsheath your sword, I unsheath my sword as well. And I'll just go, are you ready? Do you see anything?
I'm just getting prepared in case we're ambushed. Calm down.
Cut into the cavern wall is a small but strong looking door of iron plates. About 5 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So it's made for someone that's kind of smaller, right? Heavy rivets stud the surface, and tarnished silver runes smith gleams into the door's rusted face. It's an iron door that's very well built.
So that confirms it. Dwarves, long ago, lived here. Or perhaps they sent their dead here. Who knows?
So Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you. Keep going, dude.
No, you're good. Good.
Do any of you lads know how to check to see if that door is locked?
I have a few tricks.
Oh, have at it then, sir. And sorry, I didn't mean to step over you.
Fine. I'm not worried
what do you
about
want to try to do?
I'm gonna
like rattle the door a little bit.
I got thieves' tools in case it's locked, so yeah, I'll try to handle first.
You proficient thieves' tools?
What you said?
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Cool. Wow.
Is
As
the
a
check
blood
sleight of
hunter,
hand?
The check is sleight of hand, correct.
I have +7 in that. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
You are a
I
rogue.
mean-
I don't know why you're not doing it.
I was gonna say something.
I'm just saying I have thieves' tools and I'm proficient in it. I don't. That's all. I was saying.
Would the
It's all
exhaustion
good,
affect
brother.
his ability
It
scores?
would actually, yeah.
Very
At
well.
Yeah,
his
that's why
disadvantage.
I kind of alluded at these guys of, yeah, maybe you guys do some shit and Neji can hang out in the back and
I actually forgot about that.
yeah.
I mean, I might not have a +7, but I got a +3 with advantage. So
Yeah.
that,
We'll get you better, Neji. Don't worry about it. It just might take a
before-
little bit.
before we actually get to the point where I need to use thieves' tools, I want to first make sure if it is locked. So I'm going to try the handle.
Locked.
All right. Yep. All
There's
right.
a
So
key,
see if
you
there's
see the keyhole though for it, so you could try to bring it out and trip the tumblers.
Yep. Let's see if these old fingers can still do something right. He says as he takes a knee and pulls out a nice, long, thin piece of metal and a sturdier looking one that goes a little bit shorter. And he sticks them in and he starts jingling things around. So it's a sleight of hand check with advantage because thieves' tools, correct?
Sure.
All right. And roll. I can work with it.
Nuts.
The DC is 18. So
Ooh.
I'll explain how thieves' tools and stuff works a little bit. Thieves' tools, this is from other dungeon masters and stuff. I pick up. These tools are like, especially when rogues get them, they're from like a guild of rogues, really, and so they're very well crafted. They don't break, okay? They're pretty steady, so even if you roll a natural one, they don't like snap or break or anything like that. They're like made of almost like adamantine or just steel or something like that, something very hard. That so if you pull really hard into the lock, the pick won't break. So it's not like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Number 2 is that say if you fail the roll, then you can take 10 or take 20 on it, and you could just take your time. But then it might, if there's like random encounters or you're in the midst of combat, it can be difficult to then pick the lock, right? But the DC, if you pass it on the first go, it's like you stick it in and you're able to skillfully pick the lock within a round or 6 seconds or so, something like that. Just to give you some reference, you stick it in there very skillfully, you hear the tumblers click, and there appears to be a stairway going up, I believe.
And I still got it. As I put the tools back in the kit and put that back in my bag. Looks like we've got stairs up here. Come on. Don't fall behind. As I walk up the stairs.
Awesome job. Are we going to... The stairs go up about, a good 30, 40 feet. Are we going up?
Yep.
Upward.
Onwards and upwards.
I'm going to load up the map.
Ooh.
Oh shit, it's its own map.
Scary.
So how I
Oh
do...
no, we accidentally triggered the boss room.
How we do the maps and stuff, like some of more of these advanced maps, is there's hidden zones. That map, it's very difficult to create the hidden zones because there's a lot of natural caverns and passageways. When things are segmented more into rooms, there's more hidden zone.
Very well.
Now, obviously, if you're viewing it, Beckett, like you are, I might hit tab so you might see it, so it will spoil it a little bit for you, and Votos as well.
Okay.
Oh, I won't
That's
say anything about it. I'll ignore it.
Because you guys might see hidden monsters or hidden things.
Nope. Don't worry.
I promise I won't metagame. Don't
yeah,
worry.
no
It is what
metagamer
it is.
here, so it's okay.
Viz, I still have your
dealt
centipede
with
too,
metagaming
ready to
before.
go.
Dealing with metagamers is kind of frustrating, so I'm not going to be one of those. Don't worry.
Tell me about it.
So everybody keep an eye on Votos and Beckett's reactions to the map, and you'll be able to glean what you can from that. You don't need to metagame for us to pay attention to you.
No.
I'm gonna randomly make a face like, and then just throw you off.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, we're coming up. Okay. I'm missing
Just
one
wanna-
person here.
Just want to put it out there. I currently have Twitch open on my other monitor. Do you want me
Okay.
to close it off?
It's totally up to you.
I'll close it off.
Back
It's the model for me, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm already up there.
Just any guy with a shield and longsword.
Oh, we were
is
using Tim's
fine.
map, Tim's model for you. There we go. There we go. Photos.
Yeah.
Ah,
I didn't make it unique yet. There we go. That's why I didn't find you. Okay, cool.
some unique misbehavior.
So this is what it kind of looks like as you walk up the stairs. I have to pull up the other map. Okay.
Very different to fungal caverns. Yes?
As I said, ancient dwarven ruins. Kind of hard
And
to
you're
get rid of. Very well made.
100% it's dwarvish?
The stairs
With all the
at
clues that we've been given so far, yes.
The stairs at the end of the entrance to an octagonal chamber. The floor is inlaid with cracked, dusty blue tiles, and the walls are dressed with polished marble. Large doors of iron-bound oak exit the northwest and northeast. Three cast bronze statues, almost 10 feet tall, stand by the west, north, and east walls. Each depict an armed dwarf. The eastern and western The eastern and western one carry axes and shields. The center one is armed with 2 axes. And the ceiling rises into a dome of almost 30 feet above the floor. From somewhere in the distance, you hear the hammer on an anvil.
Perhaps it's not as abandoned as I first thought. Well, gentlemen, where to first?
You guys see the statues in here too?
Yeah.
This octagonal room.
Still waiting on GM for the.
Oh,
those of us
I haven't
in
invited you
Tailspire.
guys yet. So many things I have to do, guys. Here we go. When we switch to a new area, there you go.
Ah, you were right. That is a dwarf. Anyway.
I always wondered why dwarves had to make things so big after being so small.
I just want to go up to a random door and try to push it open. I'd say the middle one, right in front of me.
Want to go to the middle one?
Yeah.
Let's move Vodos up to the middle one. Okay. You can discern small scoring on the floor in front of the door, left by something. You open it up. You reach down and try to open it up, correct?
Yes, I do.
I immediately take 5 steps back.
Don't worry, I can take it.
I went to the back of the room.
What's your AC?
20.
Called it.
20. What's your
20.
What's your dex?
My dexterity, let's see.
The power gaming commences.
Power gaming. I have a dex check or dex save.
What's your dexterity?
Oh, 9.
Out of 20 AC, are you wearing full plate?
I'm wearing splint. I have 19 strength, and I have defense fighting style.
I'll have to review that cheese.
There's no cheese.
I'm gonna review it. There's some cheese balls.
You are a cheese. That should be 19 at most.
How much money did he come in with?
Just a stamp, like a few hundred gold. I think it's like
Isn't
3 or 400
Splint
gold.
Mail
Here.
like $3,000?
No.
17 from splint, 1 for my armored bonus from the
Did
fighting
you
style.
take that?
Oh, 2. I got 2 AC from shield from my shield.
Oh, you have a shield out?
I do have my
Oh,
shield.
well,
I did
that
say,
changes everything.
Yeah,
You should
I-
have started with that. Come on.
Right?
I do have a shield. I do want to say that. I'm sorry. Well, I did say that in the beginning. I have a shield.
I do remember the model, the Hero Forge model you sent me. It does look really awesome. We'll make sure to load it
Yes.
in next time. The axe statue kind of animates in a way, but it's just like a trap, and it swings one of its axes down at you, and you raise your shield up quickly and block it. You set off a trap.
Jeez.
The statue completes its motion, and it doesn't appear to reset though.
Looks like all these traps are single use.
Yeah, I think we found somebody that's going to check all the doors then.
Don't worry. Hey, look back very smugly. I can take it. Don't worry.
I'm sure you can. But we could just use ball bearings in case there's any floor traps. Would be easier.
That will make it easier, yes. But can ball bearings do this? Says he just points at his shield where the axe hits. Can it do that?
Ball bearing doesn't need to do that. It's an inanimate object.
Well, it's much more impressive when I do it.
Let yourself believe that.
I don't know what you think, fellas, but our new friends are kind of freaking weird. But go on, more power to you, lads.
Anyway, the door's not open still, or it is open now.
Like a fake fucking door. Trap.
Oh, it's a fake fucking door. I'm sorry.
Well, go on, Mr. Immortal. Open the door.
I don't think this door's.
Morgwyn, is this bringing back memories from Tomb of Horrors?
Yeah.
I don't think this door's real.
Fizzgig is going to lose all his gear in a
Well,
few minutes.
if that's the case.
Well, so which door do you want to try next, lad? You struck out on the first one.
Let's try that one. I want to point the one on the left.
This
And
one right here.
everybody moves out of the way.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Kind of,
Now,
While
you
he's
come back
doing-
a little bit, lad.
kind of expecting.
Yeah, while
a bit-
he's doing that, I'm gonna back away and just go to the other door that hasn't been opened yet and just open it.
You're gonna open up this door here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be cautious of the statues.
It's like this story here is
Mhm,
you open the door up. It does open into a room here. So
Okay.
let me go into my little revealer here. The room is just like a fake. So it's like a fake room though. It's like the room has been emptied out. There's no trap here though, but
Oh.
you look down at the rubble here, maybe it was a trap a long time ago, and this is Morgwyn, because you're kind of more with history and stuff. This is maybe traditional dwarven architecture, like this, even though we are deep in a mountain somewhere, maybe. But there's just rubble and everything like that. And on the other side, Beckett opens the other door. You search to see if there's something here. There's no door per se here. Make a perception roll.
Sure.
Turn back to them there's no trap. Just an empty room. Just walk
That's
to
a
the side of the
disappointing
room.
one.
It's a little peculiar though. You do spend a little bit of time searching, and you do find a secret door here
Oh, sweet.
So cool.
with some stairs that lead upward.
I just kind of turn around, look at the Triton, and I just smugly remark, "After you, Mr. Immortal."
You're the one with the torch, so you need to be the front, yes?
Oh, how generous.
I just go right behind him. Second in line.
Do we do in the same marching order? Neji's here, Morgwyn's here, and then Fizzgig is here, like that.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually gonna cut loose.
Okay,
I gotta
Neji's
get
gotta
ready.
take off. He's
Finish
taking off.
packing.
See you later, Nej.
We'll keep you alive, bud.
Well, let's hope so.
We'll get rid of the road just as we need them to search for traps.
Can Mogwai go behind me? Sorry, Mogwai.
Thank
I
you.
can
Yes,
act as a makeshift road for now.
Yeah, I'll take the rear. I'll be in the back.
I'm gonna just delete
Nezu
Nezu's
just kind
model
of
for now.
gets
Nezu fades into the background as he has to go
bubble
pack
and
for.
disappears.
He has to go pack for Disney World.
I was just about to
Disney
turn
World.
around. I was just about to turn around and ask him a question too. Damn it.
Man, you're giving up a D&D session for Disney World?
Hey man, he's got to keep his wife
Now
happy
you
with
have
his
fun.
girlfriend.
Ew, he has a girlfriend?
I have a wife.
Look at all these people.
I
with
have a
happy-
wife.
It's some stairs going up. Beckett, what do you do?
Yeah, I take it one step at a time, making sure there aren't any pressure plates or anything.
You want to make an
Try 2
investigation
steps.
roll while you're rolling up there, bud?
Oh, no, not that serious. That's just more of a cautionary thing. There's like light steps and everything.
Okay, you're just kind of slowly moving up there. And as you move
Yep.
up,
Oh, god damn it. I hate these doors.
move up to this door here, you hear something being screamed out. Does anybody here speak Dwarvish?
I usually have almost every single time I have an extra
Dude.
language slot, I take Dwarvish. But this time I took a pistol.
I just switched out fucking Dwarvish for Elvish.
We are in the land of
I-
elves.
I'd like to cast the spell. Which one is it? Comprehend languages.
That only helps you with
Perfect.
reading languages, not spoken languages, as something is spoken out loud right now
Wait,
in Dwarvish.
what?
That is correct.
I
speak
thought it
Elvish.
comprehends spoken as well, doesn't it?
Go ahead and read the description yourself, and then acknowledge the fact that the DM is always right.
The listening meaning of any spoken language you hear. Yeah, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So I
you
messed up.
also understand any written language that you see.
Oh, I thought it was only that you could hear the language. I didn't even know that would work for reading.
Deliberation, understand the literal meaning of any spoken language.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. There you go.
Spoken language.
Oh, you have to touch the surface, though. That's the cool thing. So it is. As kind of like quickly you hear, it's just like there's a trap being set off, and something screams out
Ooh.
in Dwarvish. Remove the spell slot from your spells.
Yes,
cast a
I have
spell.
done.
This guy says, "Alert, alert, intruders approach," in Dwarvish.
No, I
Well,
tell the
it's
party
all-
what I hear.
Well, that's one less trap for us to worry about, but something tells me it's not entirely a good thing.
That the alert spell? I rolled a
Uh,
19 on my Arcana.
roll an Arcana roll, Morgwin, to figure out
19.
what's happening. So the DC is 10 plus spell level. That's how I kind of do those Arcana rolls.
Sure.
It appears to be a magic mouse spell.
Oh,
Magic mouth. Wow.
yeah. It's an oldie but a goodie.
The door is
People
shut, but
seem to
an,
not like
an
magic
alarm
mouse.
has went off.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes. Come
Or
Whoever's
when you
on
roll
the
high
outside
enough,
that door,
like the
they're
way
gonna
to
know we're
detect
here.
that would have been using detect magic. Right? You could have seen the alarm spell or, the magic mouse spell in effect.
That would be no fun.
You open
All
the
right,
door up, Beckett, or
Yeah, Beckett's gonna slowly peek around the open door, see if there's anything in the hall, and once it's clear, he opens it all the way.
the hall itself, the stairway is blank, but beyond that, and now I reveal the next room.
Right. That's a big room.
Yeah, I'm just trying to reveal it here.
No, you're good.
Oh damn, that is a big room.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, something happens. I'll describe the room first. It's a great hall. This enormous hall is lined with 10 great pillars carved in forms of giants and dragons that support the vaulted ceiling high above. Guttering orange torches set in the scones along the walls illuminate the room. So they have a few little, torches here. See that?
Yep.
And a mighty throne sits on a dais on the opposite ends. The walls were once covered with tiled mosaics, but have been smashed and defiled by graffiti. Tiny fragments littered on the floor, kind of like what we saw in the other room with the stones and everything. Like it's been defiled in some way. You can see 5 other exits. A small fire smolders on the floor before the dais, where 6 sleeping pallets lie empty, surrounded by packs and supplies. The sound of hammers ringing comes from behind the doors to the south, or to your right. Okay? And then suddenly a harsh voice calls out from the shadows of the pillars. It's difficult to see who's there. Go back the way you came! This is the only warning you'll get. Bizgig is the only one who understands Dwarvish, and that's what he hears. You want me to repeat what I just said?
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat what you just said.
Go back the way you came. This is the only warning you'll get.
Go back the way you came. This is the only warning you got. Oh, that's terrifying.
Well, that sounded like a threat.
Sounds like an invitation to their death.
You have a very interesting concept of invitations.
I think Vodos is going to put his left hand on his amulet and use a charge of divine sense. I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover.
You're trying to use the divine sense?
Yes. Just to see.
How do you cast it though? Like
I put my left hand over my amulet, and I say, "Avarice, give me sight." As I open my eyes, and the words on my seared into my arm kind of glow as my eyes glow that divine energy.
It's almost like a flash of like red, like peers out, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
You don't. Your spell does not reveal anything.
Very well. At least none of
Beckett's going to sheath his blade and call out in a loud voice. Perhaps instead of sending threats, we could perchance parley. There's no need for any violence to happen. We are no threat to you.
Really? Man, you sound like sounds like a gruff individual who is speaking in common now, as you kind of answer in common, right?
Yeah.
You look around, you don't see anyone.
Yes, really. We have no intention of causing you any harm.
Surface walkers.
Pardon?
Who do you serve?
I serve no one. None but myself, anyways.
Why are you here?
Well, I was in search of a hag. Then we found a ruined area in a little outcrop in a mountain. Now we found ourselves here after carving our way through a few Greeks, was it? Yes, and it was quite a large one, in fact.
You're looking for the hag? Nettie Pigtooth? Do you serve the hag?
I just turned to you. You said what now?
Do you serve the hag?
Of course not. I'm trying to kill it. It's my job.
This guy, this Duergar, darkened skinned dwarf, his spell runs out because it's been about a minute. He's behind the pillar over here, and he says, The hag is not here.
So you know where she is?
No. They say she lives in the woods.
Indeed.
She always wants to... They say that she's searching for the dragon's soul.
I assume the hag has done some slight against you and your people.
She sends her followers down here, searching for the dragon.
I see. Well, we are not her followers. We are her future executioners. So you needn't worry on that end. Though, out of curiosity, what is this dragon that she is after?
It lives below. Made a home here.
I see. Is this dragon your master?
No, it is not. We serve the darkness.
Ah, I see.
That's not good.
Well, now that we both know that we are no enemies of each other, perhaps there is a way we can help one another.
Now
I say as I start to slowly take steps forward.
Stay where you are as you take a step forward.
Very well. I say as I put my hands up.
You sheath your sword.
Yeah, my sword's been sheathed.
Okay. How would a surface walker help the darkness?
How would you need help?
The darkness has gone silent. She will return. She requires much arm and armor, and new flesh to join her ranks.
I see.
You look into his eyes, and they're like black as ichor. As you kind of get like a little closer with your torch.
Yeah.
And you know that like certain minions that have been touched by the darkness have this similar look where their eyes are just black.
Is there some kind of roll I can make to get some insight on this darkness that he keeps mentioning?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? Like make a religion roll?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
a
I have
history
advantage on
roll
that.
or something?
It'd be better. It'd be more in character to use history, so I'll
Sure.
just use that. Because religion is not his cup of tea, so to speak.
I hope you do this
One
quick.
bad, one good.
Votos is
Dirty 20.
Why are you getting an advantage on the roll? Is this a Blood Hunter thing?
Yeah.
Am I getting a power game by Blood Hunters now?
Yes, you are.
Oh boy. So like the DC is like pretty low, but then as it goes up, like you know more, right? The better you roll.
Yeah.
The darkness is a powerful adversary of the forces of light, or the armies of light that were defeated long ago. Not so much in the realm of Leyland, where the immortal twins rule, but definitely in the Isles to the east. And creatures from below serve the one who is the darkness. Most don't know what the darkness is or where she is. She is rumored to be unknown. I mean, you'd have to find out more about the darkness on your own. But
Yeah.
the darkness is like the major adversary that like caused the Great War. And
I see.
I'll tell you one last thing. It is rumored that she is the Goddess of Oblivion.
Mm. Well, I myself have no quarrels with you or your mistress. However, I am here to do a job. So,
Do you have any idea or any notions of weakness that this hag has?
I do not know. Or the darkness does not tell me to find her.
I see.
Does this
The
conversation take place in common, or are
It's
they
taking
still
place in
speaking
common.
dwarf?
Because Beckett doesn't speak Dwarvish, so
Right.
it's taking place in
No,
common.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Is there? Can I make a roll, a skill check to determine if the magic, the book, and the place that we were, the previous temple, if that has some form of connection to the darkness?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to make a roll, but if you want to make a roll, like you remember the temple where they sacrificed someone, the guy sacrificed that guy before Neji jumped down and got him. And they talked about trying to bring the voice of the darkness back.
Right. Okay. Just making sure there was that connection. Yeah, you see, you wanted that book, didn't you, lad? He looks over at Fizzgig. He smiles at him.
I show a slight grin for a few seconds.
I just look over my shoulder real quick. Hey, Mr. Immortal, what was that thing you were after?
We do
What
have
kind of weapon?
we do have a few problems, though.
I turn back towards the Duergar. And what would those problems be?
There's someone or something that is haunting this place. And of
Haunting?
course, we would help it if you would maybe help us with that. You wish to help us.
Well, Mr. Duergar, servant of darkness, today happens to be your lucky day. I am an exorcist. I specialize in dealing with hauntings, ghosts, apparitions, such things. Where is it? The hauntings, I mean. Where do they occur?
That way. He points over to, like, the right, or his right. He points, so it's your left.
To the south.
The
Very well.
dwarves used to live here long ago, I think. Before we came.
So this is not your home?
No. It is now, of course. Before the darkness destroyed the dwarves.
So that would explain the ruin.
At least that's what Namira tells me.
Namira.
Yes.
That's a new name. Who is this Namira?
She's our leader.
Was.
She is our leader.
Is. Well, it's been interesting talking to you. I suppose I should be on my way.
Names have much power, do they not?
More than most people realize, yes.
For us, Bool has our power. Say her name, so she may come true.
I think for now, I should do that little bit of help that you require. Maybe later, after the job is done.
Morgwyn, you've heard about, like, the armies of Bool, like, occupying the forces of men in the east. It's rumored that they chant out the name of the darkness, which is Bool.
Like possession or like cult?
Like, they're worshiping a god, right?
And so you fellas aren't strong enough to fight this haunted thing yourself, are you? He kind of smiles with a wry smile. Why would you send us there? Are you looking for us to die? says to the Duergar.
I just kind of raise my brow.
Dangerous work. Fighting something we do not fully understand. We are here to supply weapons for the coming war. I suggest you leave. You plan to molly about and find yourself out of place here. Maybe you should go find this Nettie Pigtooth and tell her to stop sending followers down here to find the dragon.
Those should be stopping already.
There's like,
I'm
going to say you've been standing here for a few more minutes, so there's like a couple other Duergar that have, you guys see them, they're like behind, a couple other pillars. And the way this map is, like you could see like, they have like some rough, sleeping stuff, right? Here's the campfire of where they might have been sleeping at down over here. This is not like, this is like a group, just kind of like you guys, almost. Like they've set up camp here.
Right.
We should conquer them.
Like, this is
We
like
should-
the Underdark, guys. Like, people are coming and going all the time. This is like once maybe a great hall for dwarves, but it's now absent. There's no dwarves here anymore.
So, fellas, are we going back down and going through the other tunnel? Are we going forward that way? Because I don't think we're coming back this way if we go the other direction.
I have a personal vendetta against such creatures as the undead. So, whether y'all come or not, I'm going to go kill something.
Oh, so then your vote is to do what you want to do. For the rest of you fellas, what would you like to do?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
I look over at Fizzgig. Since Neji and Fizzgig and I are the only beginning party members here. Fizz, which direction do you want to go, lad?
Wherever you want to go, my bro.
Man, that was deep.
Oh,
That was unhelpful.
for fuck's sake. Well, all I'm saying is, if we go that way,
To
we're
the right, you
probably
hear-
not coming back this way.
To the right, you hear banging on the anvil, right?
I recommend we continue going with the way we're going rather than going back on ourselves.
Yeah. And that other way is the staircase down is where we hear the Duergar, what we assume is more Duergar making weapons.
Yeah.
And those are the weapons they're talking about supplying the forthcoming army with.
Yeah. And to the left is where you see a door where he pointed to, where he talked about something haunting the area.
Indeed. Which is my expertise.
So a side quest of a side quest it becomes. Yeah, lads. Fine. Ghosts and wee beasties. Let's go fuck them up.
Oh, I like the way you think.
Perhaps I put the loot away and pull out the pipes, you know.
Please
That
don't.
would be wise.
Play that battle music.
It is always wise to prepare before something such as this.
If you're able to defeat the haunting, it will be much appreciated towards you. It will be in debt to you.
By the by, when you say haunting, are they spectral or physical? As in undead or more ghostly?
You ever have that feeling in the back of your mind? Something whispers to you. You look, nothing's there.
I see.
What god do you pray to?
Avarice. Goddess
No
of
god.
Oblivion. Bloodlust.
No god. No god deserves my prayer. Now, if you don't mind, I have some undead to kill. I unsheath my blade and I begin to walk to the left.
Do we follow him?
Yes. But I just want to eye the what do you say call them? Duergar, right?
Yeah.
I want to
Duergar.
eye them as I'm walking
Duergar.
past.
That's how I say it. Is that the right way to pronounce her name? I gotta go
it's
to
pronounced
I have to
Duergar.
go to D&D Beyond and hit the little voice thing or whatever, and they actually do the pronunciations.
I've heard people call them Duergar. which is
Duergar is that
like
Beckett? You said it correct. That's what you say.
yeah, it's Duergar.
You see, like there's like some rubble, right? Like this is dwarven architecture, and it's kind of like what we saw upstairs, but it's been dilapidated. Now, obviously, like it being behind this iron door that was like very well locked that you picked, Beckett, like you found someone else here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There might be some more here, or you've heard about the dwarves. You know about the dwarves that live to the northeast, but this is maybe something that's forgotten or was overrun. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what he was thinking. This could have been abandoned due to the result of some raid, but with the little bit more clues given to him by the Duergar, it sounds more like they were wiped out.
Yeah. I'm gonna move. Where's Glass? Morgwin, are you moving up?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where I moved you guys. There's a door here, and so here's how we kind of do the searching and everything when we're doing these dungeon crawls. I make a roll typically. It's kind of like what we did with their Tomb of Annihilation, or not Tomb, the Tomb of Horrors game. I make a roll. Whoever wants to do investigation to check for traps, I make the roll in secret. That way you don't metagame it, and that way I say, hey, this turned out this door's safe, right? I'm assuming Beckett is up front, so he's checking the doors, right? Since Neji has bailed on you.
Yeah, that's fair. I only have a +2, but still, due to me being a Giga Chad blood hunter, I also have advantage.
You have advantage on the investigation? Okay, then I'll roll it for you with advantage. The door appears not to be
you already
trapped.
rolled it.
Yeah, I'm going to roll it for you so you don't cheat. No metagame.
My bad. I misheard you. That's my fault.
No, it's okay. The door appears not to be trapped. You look back, though, at the Duergar, who's like, he's like just staring at you with these cold, dark eyes with no pupils, nothing. His entire eye is covered in darkness.
Yeah, like I said, I'm staring at them. That doesn't stop.
He looks at you, and they kind of like, as you see, like this guy, like the guy who's talking for you, like he's kind of stoic. It doesn't appear to like do it. The other one, though, you see like just a glimpse of him behind this pillar here. He like grins at you as you open the door, correct?
Yep.
Grins.
What?
No.
This appears to be. I'll move you in a little bit here.
Yeah.
And try to describe what's going on. And let's move this guy up. So I'm just trying to help us out as we kind of path through here a little bit.
Of course.
The room was once a shrine to the gods of the dwarves. The walls are carved with their dour images, and low stone altar stands on the western end of the room. Stone benches have been smashed and thrown askew, and the icons of the gods have been defaced. Atop from the altar, arms folded over his chest, lies the ancient corpse of a dwarf warrior in plate armor. Bones lie heaped around the altar's base, as its foot couches the desecrated body of an orc in studded leather. So, you see here, like, this is some foul shit, right? This is like a church for like the dwarves, and it's been massively desecrated. There's a huge pile of bodies and bones here, and Morgwin, this kind of is reminiscent of what you saw in the temple, right? Where they talked about the darkness. This is about, they've defiled the gods. Here, this is pretty foul. What do you guys do? And there's and you do see the corpse of, so there's like a dwarf up here, and there's a corpse of another orc or something here. So maybe the forces of the hordes of the darkness were here at one time.
Be wary, fellas.
Indeed.
Can
So
I,
common to see so many skeletons.
An awful lot of dead.
I just attuned to my normal strategy, and I wind up my throwing arm and I toss my torch over there, just in case there's anything hiding.
Throw your torch over here. This is kind of what I'm using for your torch effect, like this.
Yeah.
And it like settles uncomfortably, in the room. Like, you hear it almost? Like a little bit of a wind blowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that.
Can I summon my centipede?
Yeah. You throw the golden bracelet down on the ground, it unfurls out, and the centipede is summoned.
Yeah, I want to order the centipede to sit above the door, and if anyone comes in, to drop on them.
You're really kind of worried about those Duergar coming in, right? Falling up behind you.
Yeah.
The centipede comes up and perches forward. The centipede can't communicate back to you, but it'll maybe attack them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think Vodos will put his hand on an amulet again and use another charge of detect good and evil in the room, as the sigil on his, or the words on his shoulder, glow once again. I'm mainly looking for undead. That's what I'm mainly looking for when I do this. Say, Avarice, give me sight once again. Open my eyes. Do I see anything?
You see, because you can see desecration, right? Something affected by the hollow and desecration. The area is desecrated. And it's almost like you see the glimpse of it in the bones. Something is there. The Duergar maybe weren't full of shit after all. Something's there.
There's something in those bones. I slowly unsheath my sword.
I figured as much.
I say as I hold my sword out towards the pile of bones as I slowly begin to approach.
I'll be very close behind. I'm 5 feet behind him. So I'll come with you.
If possible, I do go all the way over to where I threw my torch.
You want to walk up to the torch? You pass by it.
Yeah.
You hear like a wet rat squeak off in the distance. Just scurrying around a little bit. And you just you see just the pillars and all the altars here smashed, desecrated, and huge bones of dwarves and men or orc all put there. And you go up and grab your torch. Hear a little bit of the rumbling. The bones begin to rumble here a little bit.
Steady yourselves.
So here's what I'll do is I'll give everybody a round to do whatever they want to do before to position themselves or cast a spell before something happens.
Okay. I'd use the bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. You cast Shield of Faith on yourself. And where do you want to... You're right here right now. Where do you want to move to?
I want to be
the
right
bones
behind.
start moving and unsettling.
Yeah. I want to be right behind Beckett.
Okay. I'll move you right up to Beckett. What else? Does anybody else want to do anything? Fizgig or Morgwin?
Yeah, I actually do. I'll do it after everybody positions themselves, though.
Okay. Fizgig moves up. And Morgwin?
I am going to move to... That's 25 feet. So I move to there.
Sure. Well, do you want to do anything, Morgwin?
I'm going to hold an action to more Eldritch Blast a target that may appear.
You want to use maybe Bardic Inspiration at all?
Nope.
Okay.
I'd like to hold action also with Firebolt.
Yeah, if you didn't cast a spell this round, this is the pre-round, okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Beckett, with this preparation round,
Yeah, what do you want to do, Beckett?
holds his blade to the center of his chest with the hilt to his chest, blade covering his face, and he recites this next line in Abyssal, and he says, "With an offering of my blood," and he grabs the blade with his hand. "Let there be light." And he slides it up with his blood covering the entirety of the blade itself, as it begins to glow with a with a ominous blue light, as it sheds out 10 feet of bright light and an extra 10 feet of dim light. As I activate Crimson, the Rite of Dawn.
Cool. What does it do? What does the Rite of Dawn do? So I'm not super familiar with Bloodhunter stuff, so I have to. I mean, I put it in the system, but I'm not like the master of Bloodhunters.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you amplify it or no?
No. That's just that's replacing my Rite of the Flame.
Cool. Do you get extra damage on attack or something?
Weapon sheds bright light out to 20 feet. Weapon sheds bright light out to 20 feet. I have resistance to necrotic damage, and any undead creature I hit with this weapon while the rite is active deals an extra 1d4 point of damage.
And it doesn't require concentration or anything, right?
No. Just instead of doing fire damage, it does radiant damage.
Yeah, I'll have to review some of the Bloodhunter stuff again, just so I kind of refresh myself. Cool. And as the piles of bones begin to move up, like two large, only to be described as undead ogres, form out of coalesces and kind of melt up into there, and out of the corpse of the orc arises to defilers, and we begin reroll initiative.
Oh, jeez, it would be nice to have a rogue right now.
What you mean? I am a rogue, Wink.
I got a 2.
Aren't you glad I brought our backup player Beckett so you guys don't get stomped?
I got a 5. A 5 again, really? That's right.
Y'all are fortunate. Fortunate that I am here. I actually specialize in this.
Oh, God, I have like 5. I have 2 in initiative.
So let me roll with these guys.
But it's okay. I have a 22
I rolled a 6
AC.
with the undead ogres.
Proposition to refresh page and re-roll.
No, I roll a 9 with the white. So Beckett, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Bodos.
A 2.
Morgwin.
8.
You beat the white. I have you go ahead. How I do with players right now is they always beat the monster out. Fizgate.
5.
You guys rolled like shit.
Yeah, we did.
Beckett is up.
And y'all are going slower. Y'all are going slower than literally brain dead ogres.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beckett's up first, then Morgwin's on deck. How it works is you use your reaction to cast your spells, right, guys? So we'll go with Fizgig first, and then Morgwin. Fizgig casts Firebolt. You have to roll an attack roll, right? And try to hit the creature.
Yeah.
This music is so cool.
24.
Okay, that's a hit. These ogre zombies have an AC of 8.
Oh.
They are zombies.
I fucking knew.
4 damage. I'll do it on the one on the left here, unless you tell me specifically which one you want to cast it on. You can also add you can actually do these special effects too, that are kind of cool. I think
sorry, my camera.
See, if I go to I click your model here, they have these cool effects that you can do in Tailspire here. Let me go to where they are.
It's attacks, no?
Yeah, it's on attacks. I'm gonna go like red laser. It's kind of like that.
Pew.
Pretty cool.
So cool, dude.
That's what I love about Tailspire. They have a bunch of like cool little stuff like this. And then Morgwin casts Eldritch Blast. Which one do you want to cast it on, the left or the right?
The stupid in me picked necrotic Eldritch Blast of let's do that in dead things. Stupid. I'm gonna hit the one on the right.
You would take necrotic over force damage? Come on.
Well, it isn't. Eldritch Blast is.
Roll an attack.
Hang on. It is force damage. My bad.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
I was wondering how you were trying to cast it.
I don't know what I was thinking. Don't worry about it.
Okay, bud.
Necrotic evil.
18
They have an AC of 8
for
attacking the
a
ogres.
whole. Yeah, the one on the right for a whole 2 points of force damage.
Powerful beyond measure. Beckett is up first.
Yeah.
That's your reactions,
All right.
right? As your held actions, guys, right?
Yep.
Beckett's up.
Okay. Is there a conceivable way I could get to the white without triggering an opportunity attack from either of the ogres?
No.
No? Alright. Then I will jump over the stone bench to the left of me and take a just dive under the ogre's leg and slice at its knee to attempt to sever it with my divine blade.
Yeah.
All
You gotta
right.
remember that these guys have undead fortitude.
Oh no.
And just look at Crimson Right real quick.
Roll it up.
Write it down. Okay. Yep. I just deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage.
I like it.
Cool.
I'll take
They
the
are
white.
undead, so you did the perfect cast for this. I like this, Beckett.
I mean, normally
Awesome.
I would
You are like a witch
go
hunter.
after
You
the
are like
white.
this undead hunter. It's cool. They have an AC of 8, so they have really low. You got to roll a natural 1 to miss these ogres, I think.
Yeah, I literally roll a natural one to miss
That's right.
this
Roll
thing.
damage, buddy.
Yes, sir. I just gotta check the actual damage. Okay, so it just does 1d8 plus 2d4. All right,
Nice.
1d8. Just roll that first. So that would be 10
Yep.
slashing damage.
Slashed
and
down with your
then-
long sword. Are you using it with both hand or one-handed, right?
Yeah, I'm only fighting one-handed.
Okay. Do you have
And-
because you
and
have the
this next
dueling
bit
thing or
is
something,
radiant
right?
damage.
You have a dueling.
Yeah,
thing.
dueling fighting style.
Cool. And the radiant damage slashes across it.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like. Beckett's at the end of your turn.
For now, yeah.
Cool. Morgwin's up.
Okay.
I just want to show
So-
something really cool, Morgwin. I don't know if you're going to do it that much, but they just added
Yeah.
this new feature into Tailspire. So say I
Yeah.
cast like a fireball or something, right? I
Mhm.
can right-click this. Now I also right-click the button here and I unlock it. And it creates a
Nice.
stationed AoE effect now. I can also
Yep.
highlight and change the color of this AoE like this.
Mhm.
There's some really cool stuff. This was something that is such a cool thing that they added. And you can
Yeah,
also name it,
unfortunate-
so these persistent AoE effects now exist now in Tailspire. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fairy Fire would get all of us in that, and that's my only AoE, so we're
I
not
don't
using that
think
this
so.
round.
What's the range on Fairy Fire?
20. Could I get the back of the room and not hit any of us?
You just have to
Let's
move
see.
up a little bit, right? The range
can
on
take
Fairy
it.
Fire is 20?
It's 60.
Yeah, so you don't even have to move. You can cast it.
No, I don't have to go anywhere.
The only
yeah.
thing about Tailspire is
radius.
they don't have it's a cube. So it can
20-foot cube.
yeah, you could cast it against the back of the room, I think. If I do it like this,
Doesn't-
it would actually hit.
doesn't
all three
Fairy
models
Fire-
in there.
Doesn't Fairy Fire just reveal invisible enemies?
No,
Also gives
Fairy
you
Fire
advantage.
gives you advantage on hits.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
make a
that-
dex save.
If only we had a rogue.
Morgwin, I have to make dex
Um,
saves, correct?
Yes, it's a Dex 13.
I'm going to make dex saves with all three guys.
Copy that.
Both of the ogres fail, and the
Awesome.
white fails as well.
Great.
All of them.
Excellent.
Everybody's illuminated. Everybody gets advantage on every attack.
Now all you have to do is never get hit so we can keep that advantage.
Ow. Meh.
That won't happen to me. I hope.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a second. Wait, I can't. You can't. I don't know how this works for bards. if I cast a first level spell and I have a bonus action spell, I can't cast both of them. Is that
That is
right?
correct.
Okay, cool.
The way it works is that you can only cast a cantrip if you cast
A cantrip and a leveled spell, right? Okay.
Now, in the your D&D rules, I've thought about this because we use action points. How it could work is you could actually cast a full action spell and a bonus action spell.
Yeah, I mean, there's so few bonus action and reaction spells that it doesn't matter. So
I did
that'll
review that too, and I don't know why they put that in.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But that will, you know what? I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay there, and that's going to end my turn.
White champions up. She will return. You will be slain. He attacks Beckett, because I guess Beckett's the closest guy.
No!
With his...
Hit me!
His white rain attack. The roll is 22. It's Beckett. Beckett makes a con save.
Easy peasy, seeing as I have a
DC.
+5.
You take 8 necrotic damage.
Is that halved?
No, it is not.
Alright, because I have resistance to necrotic damage while I have the
Make
at
a
the
con
double
save.
Yes, sir. Damn, I was doing so good too.
You passed it because the DC was 13. You feel the life being drained out of you as the white reaches out and touches you. Your skin ripples back. So you take half damage from that, correct? From the necrotic damage because of your blood hunter?
Yeah.
thing? Cool. And it
Yep.
takes its other attack with its long sword. What's your AC?
It is a 15.
Hit you with a 17 for 8 slashing damage. Undead ogres are up. One undead ogre moves up to Vodos.
Yes! Go on. Hit me!
And it swings down with its large slam attack. I roll a 7, so I don't hit you. The other one attacks you, Beckett, with a 24, so I hit actually. The impressive strength of the ogre slams down into you. Of bones and rickety things. You fought other undead in the past, but this will be the end of you. You take 12 slashing damage.
Jeez.
12 piercing damage.
Just but a scratch.
Fizzgig is up.
This is too far out of range.
You guys like this
I'm
custom
gonna
model
use
for the land I
Fireball.
used? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Fireball. The closest undead dwarf.
Okay.
Uh,
They have an AC of 8. You have to roll a natural
10.
1 to miss. Roll damage. One thing I do when I put these models in is I actually randomly roll the hit dice and then I go in and change them in here.
4 fire,
Prepare for
4
combat.
fire damage.
Yep, I already added it. Is that all you want to do, Fizz?
Yeah, that's all I want to do for now.
Firebolt, you stretch out with your outstretched hand, another firebolt streaks across and strikes into the ogre. Looks unfazed. Vodos is up.
Vodos is gonna go, yes! But once the ogre goes in front of me, he goes, no! There's no conceivable way I could get to the white champion, right?
Yeah, you could. You could move around him like this. Like you move around him in his
I'd like
range.
to do that.
Yeah, you
I'd
roll
like
around.
to do that,
Mhm.
please.
And now you're flanking him
And-
with Beckett. Right? You see
Oh,
that?
yes.
So you get a +2
Yes.
hit on the white. As
Cool.
the white is reaching out and like touching Beckett, you see his shoulder ripple out with like all the veins pop out as he takes some
Yeah.
necrotic damage.
I am going to hold my blade back, spin it, and I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite on
I'd
him.
actually like to bounce off of that description that you just gave of the necrotic damage. While the necrosis was creeping in, it was immediately burned out of my veins with that same blue flame that's on my sword right now.
Vodos, swing down with all your might. against
I
the
have
white
advantage on this,
champion.
right? Because of Fairy Fire?
Yeah, that's true, because of the fairy fire. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Teamwork.
19 to hit the white.
Has more AC. The white has 14 AC because it wears studded leather.
Okay, cool.
And it
But
calls
19
itself a champion.
It's. I'll show you a champion. Here's my slashing right here.
Got this cool like little banner model. That's kind of like
He
a bunch
takes
of bones on it.
6 slashing, and the white needs to make a strength saving throw. As he also takes 2 thunder damage.
As you try to slash into the white, it like doesn't really. How do I describe this? It doesn't really hurt it as much. It's resistant to non-magical damage. Now you take another -2 from the thunder, which takes full damage.
Yeah.
And I make a strength save with him.
Strength save.
Is this a concentration thing that you do too, or is this just like you concentrate and it's the first attack, right?
It's concentrate and then first attack.
So here's how that works, I think. Thunder Smite.
Yeah.
Let me review it.
Let's see. First time you
I
hit
think
the
it's so you can like cast it before a fight,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
the
you
problem.
can get that first strike off.
Oh.
So, but we'll allow it for now because you kind of had a prep round, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of how those specific paladin smites work. Is you
I
cast
get it.
it, you concentrate on it, and then once you do hit, you get this like extra damage on your attack.
I get it now.
Cool,
Okay.
but yeah,
it's
yeah.
Divine Smite.
Cool.
That's that way.
I'll roll the strength save with him. I roll a 5, so I fail. I fall prone with him, right?
He. If he's. He pushed away 10 feet. Yeah, he pushed away 10 feet and he's knocked prone.
You slam him up against the wall. When you do these slam up against the wall effects, well, the thing is he slams up against the ogre, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you roll another d6 bludgeoning damage to the ogre and this guy too.
Cool.
Because that's kind of how some of those like environmental effects work, guys. If you guys like,
I got a
use those.
1.
I was since I took a strike at the ogre's leg and he got thrown into his leg. Could that like maybe break it?
The ogre's leg stands firm. Beckett's up.
It's
Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to press my advantage against the white, seeing as he has been downed, and
So this is what we call an advantage stack +1. Not only is he prone where you get advantage, but also he has fairy fire on him, so you get roll with advantage +2.
All right. Advantage +2. So I'll just add 2 to whatever I roll. Natural 20. Boom.
Oh,
Natural
God.
20. Roll another d20 to see if we do a super crackle. I hear the sparkles going off.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to turn that.
This
Ow,
isn't Candy
so
Crush.
close.
Almost.
That
So
was so close.
So roll damage. So how it works is you do max damage with the attack, right? For one of your die weapons. So roll your damage for the die. Now how it works with one D&D rules, guys, is you only get the this is how they wrote it. We don't do this rule, but I'm just telling you guys just for interest's sake, is that because you now gain inspiration rolling a natural 20. You understand? For starters.
Yeah.
We'll use that rule, so you now get inspiration. Your inspiration goes away after a long rest. You get advantage. You can choose to give yourself advantage on an attack, saving throw, or ability check. Okay?
Alright. So I do
roll
max
damage.
damage.
Yeah, roll
Alright,
damage.
so roll it. Alright.
Yeah, you just roll damage
Is it
normally.
doubled or?
Just roll damage normally.
Alright. Yep.
So how it works is I go -8 for starter, because that's max weapon damage die. And then another -8 from your damage you just rolled. Now roll your 2d4 damage, correct?
Yeah. That doesn't get
Yes, it
affected
does.
by the crit, right?
It does.
It does?
Yes, we count.
Ah,
But
crap.
in
That
the
was one.
in the D&D
I'll be
rules,
rolling.
the new rules I talked about, they do not allow it.
I just rolled 1d4.
So I'm going to roll 8
There you
and
go.
then -6, right? Describe how you almost killed a white.
Yep. So after he gets knocked prone, have y'all ever played like Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor?
Hell yeah.
You know, whenever he gets that execution charged up, I imagine that it'd be kind of like that. After he gets knocked prone, my sword begins to glow even brighter than usual, and I take a advantage strike against him, stabbing him through his chest, breaking a few of his ribs before jumping off of him.
Beckett, it's at the end of your turn.
Actually,
Give a
you know
bonus action or
what? I will help out someone else this time by using one of my... What is it? My blood curse. Yeah, I'm going to use my blood curse of exposure on the white.
Okay. Your
So
blood curse of exposure,
that's-
I have it as an ability. So use your attack action, which means that you can't use it because it's not a bonus action, correct?
It says I can use it as a reaction.
Reactions are typically only on your, not on your turn. Any creature you can see,
Ah.
just any creature that you can do it as a reaction. When the creature you see within 30 feet is hit by an attack or spell, you can use your reaction and temporarily weaken their resilience. The target
Okay.
loses the resistance to damage of the types that trigger this spell, and then you can amplify
I
it.
use the. Yeah, I would usually use that before I make an attack, but I didn't think about it this time. So
Interesting.
whatever.
Morgwin is up.
All right. I'm going to, if I move here, I get
Yes.
I get flanking. Yeah,
Plus two. Yep.
Uh-huh. And they are fairy fired, so I have advantage, plus 2 on top. So rapier, short sword. I'm gonna smack the crap out of the undead ogre. Does a 12 hit?
It does because they have an AC of 8.
Actually, wait, I've got to roll my advantage. Sorry, I didn't
Yep.
get the plus. So here's the second one, so 19. The damage will be 8 from the piercing damage of the rapier. The short sword attack. Let me roll the second one for the crit fish. So that hits as well for 6 points of piercing. And I'm going to...
Do you have
a
your
little
offhand,
fancy-
since you're attacking with your offhand, do you have dual wielding or whatever it is? The two
I
weapon
have
fighting?
dual wielding, so I
Sweet.
will get my
Nice.
the dex bonus to it,
Nice.
which I think added in already.
Nice, I see that.
Yeah,
Just double check.
and I'm going to use defensive flourish to give a die 6 extra to my AC for the next round, which will be I have an extra 5 to my AC
You kind of
until
you cut
next
like
round.
across the ogre's eye as you try to protect yourself. White champion, is that the end of your turn, Morgwin?
That will be the end of my turn, yes.
It's your defensive flourish was the bonus action, right?
Correct.
Cool, I like that. A white champion is up. White champion stands up from being prone. They got knocked back from you, so you don't get an attack of opportunity, but you do. When a creature stands up from being prone, it provokes an attack of opportunity.
Yes, sir. Making that strike. Oh, yes. 31.
But you also attack with advantage because of the fairy fire.
All right. I'll just roll it again. Even better than a dirty 20. A dirty 24.
Nice. You're just kicking this white's ass.
Getting that slashing damage out of the way. That's a sweet, sweet 10 slashing damage. And for that radiant damage, we are going to have a crisp 4.
Hey. Is that the end? That's your attack. So it attacks you, Beckett. Attack number 1 with the long sword. Misses twice. Undead ogres are up. Attacking Beckett with advantage. Not advantage, I'm sorry, just with flanking. So that's a 21. Beckett, you take 10 piercing damage. The other undead ogre attacks Morgwin. I don't hit with a 13, plus your AC is through the roof because of defensive flourish. Fizzgig is up.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move to here.
Okay, you can flank the ogre.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I'm not entirely sure how this works because it's a spell.
Okay.
But do I have to cast Booming Blade this turn and not use attack hit, or can I use Booming Blade this turn and attack?
Yeah, booming blade is used as part of the attack. So
Okay.
It puts a basically you have to hit, and it puts a debuff on the target.
if they move, they take more damage.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, they have to move. If he's
Which
going to
they
stand
can't.
there, it won't get you anything.
Oh, I
I
see.
mean, it still
Yeah.
does that extra thunder damage if it's at a high enough level, so it's not too bad. Especially if you hit and run.
Okay. In that case,
Morgan was asking me some questions about this earlier this week, so that's why he kind of knows about it.
Yeah. Until you hit level 5, it really doesn't do much unless you can make the monster move.
Which is why it's the perfect cantrip for hit and run melee casters.
Yeah, like if you can find a way to not have attacks of opportunity, run in, hit something, and then run away and draw its aggro, it'll get it. But if not, it's kind of waste at a low level.
What else do you want to do,
Okay.
Fizzgate?
I'm just going to use basic magic missile for now.
Okay, do you want to stand right next to the creature? You want to move
The
back?
one on the creature. No, because if I move back, will I?
Well, I'm just saying, do you want to retcon it? Because you didn't cast Booming Blade.
Oh, yeah. I want to do that, but I am going to move down. I'm going to move to here instead.
You see the centipede, you look over, the centipede's just crouching above the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna aim for the closest dwarf and then the small guy behind.
Okay.
So 2 hits on the one at the back and 1 hit on the front.
Okay. Roll d4 plus 1. Not going to use Jim's magic missile this time?
No.
I love Jim's magic missile.
Minus
it's so
4
funny.
on this guy up front, so then the other 2. Minus 2.
God, the rules don't like me today, honest to God.
The white champion is badly hurt.
I'm
White
going
champion's
to
on
fell
death's
this
door.
foul creature.
Uh,
Vodos, you better not take that kill from me.
Vodos
I'm
is up,
going
correct?
to. Oh, I'm going to. You're gonna hate me for this.
Yeah, I'm probably going to cut your fingers off if you do.
Oh, we'll fight.
It's not like there are no other targets that have hit points.
Yeah, like the giant ogre that you're flanking right now.
Yes.
But see, Vodus' whole thing is to defeat the strongest one, and take
What
away
makes
the
you think
hope.
the small guy is the strongest one?
His name is
Paladins. Paladins are rough, man. You kind of just have to give them the road.
Yeah, just let him do what they got to
Just
do.
let them do their thing.
I'm just going to hope he misses.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna hit the white champion as I swing my blade around once more.
You mean you're going to miss?
I'm gonna hit him.
You have advantage.
I know.
Which would make it even more funny if you miss.
Natural 20,
Wow.
Damn it.
by the way.
How do you kill him?
Just roll all 1s on damage.
I want it. I still need to roll damage, right?
You don't need to. It's
Yeah,
a
Okay.
kill when a critical is
Okay.
rolled like that.
Cool. Have you guys ever played Elden Ring?
No, I have
Yes.
not actually.
Dark Souls? Any other Dark Souls?
Yeah.
games?
Well, I watched a little bit of Elden Ring videos, so I kind of know
Okay,
what's going on.
there's a parry that they do. I want the white to swing at me. I want to hit his sword upward and just do a straight jab through the chest. Put him down to his knees and kick him off my chest. or kick him off my sword.
He falls,
just
body
falls.
falls back, and like you hear him, like the bones just on bone scatter.
Yes. And as I do want to add a little bit something. As I do this, 4 of the I think 5 of the words on my arm glow this brightness, and it says "Douse the flame of hope" as it glows and goes away. And I have a bonus action that I am going to. I'm going to use my bonus action to Shieldmaster shove the big ogre next to me. Yes.
Okay. Do you have to hit, or it's a saving throw?
It just says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
It's the feat.
It is. I got it at level 4. Shieldmaster.
I'm just looking at. It gives you the Shieldmaster feat only gives you evasion. Did I mess that up?
In D&D Beyond, it shows me that I
Let me look it up.
have Shieldmaster shove.
Just
I'll read
double
it one
check.
more time.
This is a kind of a newer one.
Yeah, Shieldmaster evasion and Shieldmaster shove. They give me both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to.
If you don't
roll
want
an-
me to use that,
I'm just
I
looking
won't.
at it. If you take the attack action,
I would
you
imagine
use
it's
your
a
bonus
strength save.
action to try to shove the creature. This is pretty powerful. So how it works is, we make strength. You have to make a strength or athletics check because it's a shove. It's the shove action.
Okay.
I realize if you
Roll.
shove him, there's a chance it's going to fall on the guy in front of him, right?
Oh yeah, huh?
Oh, this is pretty
let's
powerful.
see.
I like this as a shield build. Cool.
Yes.
Roll
Yeah,
an
you said-
athletics check.
Okay.
Because it's strength based, you have to overpower the ogre. I roll
It's a
really
good
low. I
tank
roll a
feat.
7.
I'm going to. 12.
You beat it, so it's a contesting roll. You shove the creature prone. That's how it works.
Yes.
'Cause it flies
Kill
and
it!
it's prone.
It is
but-
now flying.
Yeah, it's
It is
just the way the
flying.
model
It is not prone.
hilarious.
Kill
It is
it!
just it flexed too hard, and now it's flexing itself into the ceiling.
It's
Play those bagbites to his death.
It's pretty powerful because normally how I understand the grappling rules is you usually have to initiate a grapple, but it's like you take your shield and you bash him over. Beckett's up.
Beckett, with the main threat being the intelligent undead, no longer being with us, being dispatched, he is now going to focus his attention on the ogre, and he's going to run around the side of him. And as he is going to the other leg, he's going to attempt to sever it from its body. And also provide the wayward fish an opportunity to flank it.
You just called me wayward fish?
I mean, you are a fish in a cave right now, so it's not.
You're so right.
You have to roll a natural 1 to miss.
I literally
And you have
natural
and you
one,
have
so I'm not worried
advantage.
about it.
Remember, you always have advantage. You can right click and then
Oh, I
roll
do.
with advantage, right?
I'll just roll one more time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alright.
So you did 8 damage.
So that was an 8 for the slashing damage, and for the slashing damage, and the radiant damage that is a 3.
Nice. Is that the end of your turn, Beckett?
Yep.
Morgwin's up.
All right, time to snickety snack the prone monster that I have advantage on.
Kill it. Kill it.
Prone? Don't you mean flying?
Bodos is yelling at you to kill it.
All right, so that is
You can't kill it. It's already
5
dead.
damage to him from the rapier, and oh wait a minute, what's that? 25. That's a 19. Oh well. 8 points from the short sword.
Awesome.
I think I've
That-
ever heard of
that the
anybody
end of your
fighting
turn,
with a
Morgan?
rapier and a short sword before.
That will be the end of my turn.
Undead Ogre is up. Over
Right here.
here, it attacks, turns around and attacks Beckett.
Cough,
Roll
cough.
really
Attack
low.
its back. Cough,
The other
cough.
one stands up, crawls back up. You both get attacks opportunity.
With advantage.
Cool.
Do we get advantage on these
Yeah,
from the
it's
fairy fire as
fairy
well?
fire. Yep.
24.
Mm-hmm.
22. 6 more piercing.
Big sack of hit points, but low AC. Did you do your damage, Vodos?
I need to do it. Am I allowed to stack a divine smite on this guy?
Yes, you can. You
Four,
wanna use a smite?
5, and I'm going to use a smite. My last slot.
Okay.
Divine smite.
It's
here it
undead,
comes.
so it's 1d8 plus I think another 1d8. Correct. At level 1.
I think level 1 divine smite. You can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant.
Yeah.
Oh, and plus, so it's 3d8s because he's undead.
That's correct. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's the divine smite. 7 more.
This guy has
Wow.
3 HP left, or 4 HP.
Oh, dude, just give me
Sorry.
it. Just give me it.
Biscuit.
Where
you
was that? Where were those bad rolls when it came to the white? Huh?
Biscuit.
You
Rolled
wasted
pretty
a
low
spell
there.
slot to roll 3 die 8 to get 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Gotta
But this
suck,
is
bro.
still
That's why you gotta
confident.
save those for crits.
This gig is up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use Fireball.
Wait, what?
Firebolt.
Oh,
Bolt.
You've been consistently
Sorry.
dealing 4 damage.
That hits,
so
buddy.
hopefully this goes.
Even though you rolled a natural 2. The zombies lumber around.
5 damage.
You destroy it.
Finally, he rolled 1 point
You see
higher.
Voda smash it from behind. It flashes a great. What does it look like, Vodos, when you smash it into a holy smite?
oh, this smite doesn't. It's holy, but it doesn't look real holy. It covers in this I'd say like this dark smokish, reddish radiant as I just smash it in the back in its back
How do you finish
as
it?
it tries to get up.
Did you guys kind of combo it? Especially with Morgwyn there slashing down in it.
Cover me in
Man,
its
I've been
blood.
soloing this thing.
Vodos is up.
Oh yeah, I just took my reaction. I'm going
Yeah.
to I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna hit that guy with flanking, right? So I get a +2?
Yeah, you like set yourself up to the other side of your newfound friend.
Ah,
Okay.
that's putting it a little touchy.
And let's see.
You did give him some water.
Natural 20.
Roll another
What
20
the
to see if
fuck?
he's super critical.
Roll again. I'll
Yeah.
do that for you. Oh, so close! I got a 17.
Roll
I
damage.
will not
normal.
allow him to out crit me.
All right, say that one more again.
Roll
Edward.
damage as normal.
Okay.
You also gain inspiration.
Yeah, 5. Oh, low rolls, man.
You guys have to keep track of your own inspiration because you guys have to know when to use it, right?
Yeah, I always click it on there. I have inspiration.
Okay, I added 5
But
already.
5.
What else?
I only do 1d8 plus 4.
And then I'll do another -8. Yeah, it's the kind of the negative of using the shield. I forgot to roll the con save with that other guy, the ogre zombie. Beckett, let me just roll it real quick. He only took like a little bit of damage from the bolt. Oh boy, and I deleted him too.
I have a. Oh well. Oh, let's see.
Hold on here. I rolled a net. I actually passed his con save though.
Uh-oh.
He rises up, provoking no attacks opportunity. He has 1 hit point left, I believe. Because of the undead fortitude, Beckett is up.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't take my bonus action.
I am going to attempt to finish this aberration to life, to
You know what
nature.
you know what we call this line right here? We call this the Congo line of death.
Indeed.
The lightning bolt line.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna assume that it's kind of like on one knee. I'm gonna use its knee to prop myself up and just kind of bring my blade up into its head. Here we go. hits. Roll damage. Keep rolling 3s.
-8.
And 2d4. Come on, give me some. Oh, come on! I'm getting disappointed by this Rite of the Dawn nonsense. I ain't getting that damage I want.
Neither am I.
That's not too bad. The hell you mean neither are you? One
He's
shot the
he's an
white.
asshole. I like it.
Oh, you're gonna love Bodo so much. I love him.
Odos might wake up dead.
Morgwin is
Yeah.
up now.
So I'm trying to piece this together. Did the one that we killed last round didn't like there were
I
we're
rolled his
retconning
con
his
save
death?
because he has undead fortitude.
Copy.
And he's 8. His DC of the con save is 5 plus damage taken.
Okay.
Unless it's taken from a radiant or a critical hit.
Mm,
Did I hit him with Divine Smite?
not
That's Radiant.
that's radiant
I messed up, didn't I? Well, no,
Yeah.
because Fizgig killed it, though.
with
Fizgig
fire.
is the one who killed it with fire, so it
I get it.
Oh. That's
That's
gonna
what
be a
times
drag.
Morgwin. What else do you want to do, bud?
Well, I'm gonna snickerty snack at him again, I
You
guess.
got DM'd.
Yeah.
The DM
All
forgot
right,
to
so-
roll his ability.
Get DM, nerd.
So 9 from the rapier.
Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to roll. So you did 9 damage,
Uh-huh.
right? So DC 5 plus 9 is the save I have to make with him.
Uh-huh.
Failed it.
914.
So I rolled an
All
11,
right.
so he fails. So now you killed him.
Right. So now my next shot is with the short sword. I rolled a 12 total. That hits, right?
Yeah.
For 9 more piercing on top. Does that put him
almost
in his
armor.
grave?
No, he's on death's door, and he turns around and swings at Morgwin. I roll an 18.
Go ahead and
Morgwin.
try. Yeah, well, I'm going to cast Silvery Barb. So, well, no, wait a minute. He's probably got a lot to hit. So I'm going to cast Shield, which will give me a 21.
Okay,
So
shield.
he does not hit.
Okay. You cast
Oh,
shield.
you one of
a
those
wave
bards.
Wave of force comes around you.
I'm a smart Gish player.
His gig is up.
As long as Vodos doesn't get the kill again.
I will. I want it.
Is Fizgig gonna finish both of them off?
Don't do it, Fizz.
Fizgig,
Don't do it.
roll it.
Get him, Fizz.
Fizgig
Okay,
has
I'm
been
gonna-
conserving his spells a lot over there.
Just buff me. Just buff me.
Fizgig is wondering
Just
why
buff
you
me.
just didn't roll a wizard.
You only need to deal 3 damage. Come on.
I guess
It is-
Fizgig
You
Oh,
will
that
still,
it?
you
Oh.
still have advantage.
Okay. I am gonna roll Firewall.
Yeah, you can also roll with
No!
advantage. You haven't been rolling with advantage either. But Fairy Fire gives you advantage on this roll as well. Roll with advantage, Fizz.
Are you telling me he hasn't been rolling with advantage this entire fight?
Yep.
No.
He's not been rolling with advantage.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
23.
Roll a
Roll.
1. Roll a 1 damage.
He can roll with the fish for crits. Roll again,
Yeah.
buddy. You roll max damage on the firebolt. Fizz, how do you kill the second?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I gotta roll the con save. I just messed up.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 1, Fizz.
There you go. He's
There
dead.
you go.
He just incinerates. He is incinerated. He is a pile of ash.
Fizz, how do you kill it?
As I shoot a fireball out of my hand, it like glows in a big sparking effect as if it is a overkill. As I'm pouring all my power into the fireball, as it swooshes out of my hand and smacks the ogre into its face, melting it in the process.
Okay, what do you guys do? The bones all
I'm
rattle
going
and
to-
collapse back into the piles on the desecrated.
I'm going to take confirmation of kill from the white champion.
The white bones shamble back into the pile of bones here.
Right.
Appears to be dead. or more dead or whatever.
The proper term for killing an undead is vanquish.
There you go. The undead is vanquished. I like that.
All right. With what time he has left with his Rite of the Dawn, he's just going to. It's more ceremonial than anything. I doubt it would actually do anything, but he's just going to stand in the center of where that pedestal-looking thing is, in the middle of all those bones. He's just going to kind of sink his sword into the pile, and in Abyssal, he's going to say, "Let these souls finally know peace." As the flames just kind of spread out from it kind of leaves the blade, going from the hilt to the tip, and just spreads out across the bones.
As you do it, you
And
hear
then
this weird moan. Like you've disturbed something. Whatever this
And the
is,
fire
doesn't feel over. The moan
Stand
appears to
guard.
be, the moan appears to be coming from behind Fizzgig back here.
Stand ready. I doubt we're finished.
Put my shield up, sword behind me. Let's go.
I'll immediately run over to where Fizzgig is.
I as well. I'll jump onto the bench and he go, "Come out and fight, fight!"
Roll a
Fizzgig turns
perception
around.
roll. Morgwin, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Roll a perception roll.
Give me 4 seconds. I had to
For
get a
seconds.
beverage. Yeah,
That's 4 seconds.
That was 4 seconds, and here it is, a perception roll. 11.
What do you want to do, Fizz?
Uh,
You swear as he sticks his hot blade into the pile of bones. You hear a moan coming from behind you.
hmm.
You look, you don't see
Is
anything
that
though.
it? Is,
Just
is
like a
that
wall.
towards the door, or okay, it's the wall.
No, you heard it. It was from the wall.
I want to go up to the wall and feel around as if
Make an
there
investigation
is
roll.
anything there.
I'll go up to the wall too and just kind of tap on it, see if it's hollow.
Yep. Roll. Who wants to make the investigation roll with advantage?
I already have advantage on it with that stack.
It stacks with a +2 because we use advantage stacking in our games.
Excellent. So I would get double advantage on that. Do you want to roll? What's your modifier? to
Oh
it?
no, you
I
can
only
roll.
have a +4.
You can roll.
Oh.
Fine.
Am I
So pick-
rolling with advantage?
Yes, you roll with advantage. 14.
So,
So,
that's a
Beckett-
plus
so-
4.
Well, hold on here. I'm going to say, let me take a look to see who would roll. It's a tied roll because, so basically I'm going to say Fizzgig rolls count, right? Because he has the same modifier. He's the one kind of checking for it. But you go up and tap next to him. And you're right, Beckett and Fizzgig. You look over at Fizzgig, you look over at Beckett. You both hear it. The hollow door of some kind. Fizzgig, you feel around a little bit more. Find a secret door.
Boom. Who needs a roll?
Where's that Zelda sound? Where's that Zelda sound effect where we found a secret passage?
See that?
Yep.
Door
Oh, that's so
appears.
lit.
Bada bing, bada boo.
Okay, DM. I remember you saying when we first entered here, there was a skeleton dwarf with plate armor on.
Yes.
Would that fit me?
You
Plate
go up
armor.
to the armor. The armor is totally rusted out.
Oh,
But there's piles of bodies and everything like that. There could be maybe something else in there. There seems to be dwarves and orcs and stuff all piled in here to desecrate this place. It's pretty foul.
I would appreciate you not disturb the dirt.
Fellas, maybe we want to search this room first before we go into the next one.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The centipede looks over at you, Fizgate.
Uh-oh.
Just sitting up on top of the door.
Well, I mean, this was a religious area, like an altar, so maybe there's something like offerings, whatnot.
Yeah, which is what I'm looking for.
You want to make an
A bunch of
investigation roll?
bodies with shite on them, yeah.
I'm gonna search her. I'm gonna try to find something.
Hey, make a roll.
Something,
Well,
anything.
Make an
Roll.
investigation roll.
I'm not good at that.
Ah, I am.
Here's the thing, guys.
invest-
So this is the thing. Like, it doesn't really require an investigation roll. It just requires you to like dig through a bunch of bodies, like what Morgwin is saying, and like search them. It's gonna take like 5 minutes. You wanna
Shit,
do
I'll
that?
do it.
Morgwin, do
I
you
will-
help him out?
I'm gonna pull my pipes and start performing the detect magic ritual.
Okay.
Ooh.
I've already sanctified the bones, so it should be safe.
It's just pretty grim, right, Vodos? It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, it is. Although,
Have you ever dug through like a pile of bodies before?
deep in the undersea, there have been bodies that we've needed to retrieve and take items and give to other people. So I'd say yes, there are times, but they would always get a prayer from the clerics around.
The shrine itself is looted. Maybe the forces and the hordes of Bool looted it long ago. But two of the members of the previous... I'm sorry, what do you want to say, Beckett?
I was just saying I was going to go over there and help him search.
Okay.
Just to make sure he doesn't do anything disrespectful to the bodies.
Kind of like weird, just like he's just picking up bodies and like looking through them. He finds... Vodos finds 2 members of a previous expedition that fell to these undead defenders with their valuables still in their possession. So they must have died after it was looted, right?
Relatively new, maybe.
Yeah. Under the scattering of bones near the altar, you find a sack that holds a lot of gold. You count through it, it's 280 gold pieces. And you also find a bone case that contains a spell scroll written in the language of arcane. You can use an arcana roll to identify it, whoever wants to roll it.
Yeah, I'll hand it off to someone of more...
I'll do it. I'm proficient with Arcana, and I have advantage on Arcana rolls.
I've got expertise.
Oh.
Who wants to make a
damn.
roll?
I mean, he's got expertise, but...
So see, Morgwin rolls it with advantage because you're helping him out, Beckett. You roll an 18.
Yeah.
DC is, again, 10 plus a spell level. So the DCs are typically not crazy, you know? Especially when you have 2 like skilled wizards or spellcasters looking at it. You pull it, so it's like a bone spell scroll case, right? You uncork it, and you pull it out the scroll and you read it, Morgwin. It's a spell. It talks about ensnaring someone with the power of the west wind. It appears to be, but you see like the strands of webs of time. It talks about Rima, the goddess of fates. It's a spell scroll of web, like another spell scroll.
Oh, hey Fizz, this is up your alley, Odd. Web. You can cast scrolls, can't you?
I'd probably turn around at the group and go, so which one of you is the leader?
That'll be me.
He likes to think that.
Oh.
We let him think it, though.
Internal tensions.
Don't tell him, but it's not him.
How about we just say that nobody's in charge and all of us have an equal say in all matters? Deal?
Well, I was gonna hand you.
Depends how many of you are coming back next week.
Oh, I'm here.
Right?
I
here
mean,
to stay.
I'm filling in for somebody, and I've been here more than.
Beckett is
time.
allowed to finish the adventure with us.
Yeah.
I'm here to stay. I don't know about you, but I'm here.
Yeah.
To
Bodos
stay.
is a permanent member of the party.
Yeah, I mean, since it's a consumable, we might as well give it to somebody that's going to use it.
I was talking about the gold. I was going to say.
Oh, the gold. Yeah.
I was going to hand it to the leader and have them divvy it up.
Well, somebody does
I mean,
the math.
I've been divvying the money, so I just grabbed it and I give each of us 70 gold, and I take that extra gold as a tax.
That works.
So everybody gets 70 gold, right?
Yep.
Nice. Although, I'd rather take 69 gold as I look at him and I go, respect for the dead. And I leave 1 gold piece on the corpse of those adventurers as it was theirs. So I will leave 1 in their wake.
So, Fizz, you got a scroll of web.
Okay, scroll up.
Eldritch Knights are hard to play, so if you can suck up all the consumables you can, it's the way to go.
Eldritch
It'd be
Knights
pretty
do
good
not
for a
use
trap,
spellbooks.
too.
Yeah.
You could use that as a pretty good ambush spell in case we were planning on something like that.
Mm-hmm. Does the detect magic catch anything besides the web scroll?
I'm gonna add 10 minutes to the timer as you complete the ritual. You're not concentrating on web, correct? I'm not web. You're concentrating on detect magic.
I'm doing the ritual, yeah.
Yep. There's nothing else magical in here.
And I drop the ritual and. All right, lads.
Move onward.
Secret door it is.
Indeed.
Who goes in first?
You there. You're looking a little hurt. And I'm going to cast my final 10 points of lay on hands on you.
On who?
Who?
Beckett, as I go in front of you and say a prayer once more. The sigil on the searing on my arm will close your wounds as this reddish, blackish energy goes into your wounds and closes it up for 10 HP.
Appreciate it as it is. Please refrain from doing that on me. At least first. Think of the others before me.
Well, I'm looking at the others, and you're pretty messed up more than the others. It's kind of
I'll be
obvious.
fine.
I say as I just cough up 5 pints of blood. I was at 14 HP.
Well, you're at 24 now, so you're good.
Yep. I'm at just below half.
Onward!
Don't heal me. I want everyone else to die when I go down. Sorry, I was doing my impression of Beckett.
Why'd you make him sound British?
Because this is the way he sounds to me. Sorry.
Onward!
Bodos, you open the door?
I'll open the door, yes. I have my shield ready.
The guy with the most hit points opens the door.
You open the door.
And easy.
Right.
And he dies. The end.
It's a strange room. Rubble, shrines, secret way, perhaps. Little fungus plants have started to grow in here. Across the room. Maybe once where relics of the dwarves once were. You take a step forward again. Unmistakable, guys. You hear the moan again.
The door slams shut and the room starts to fill with gas.
You said you see, I see shrines, right? Are there any holy symbols on these shrines?
You look, and maybe there once were holy symbols here on these shrines, but now fungus and little mushrooms consumed the ruins. They were defiled long ago.
Okay. And I'm guessing that I can see that door in front of me. I'd like to open that one as well.
See like a couple cobwebs. You open up the next door.
I do.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
You know, cobwebs. They're classed as a spider's web. Can I still take them as material? Because it says the web spell requires web.
Ooh.
When you have the spell scroll, you require no material components.
Okay.
The spell
That
scroll,
was-
when
that
it's
was clever,
formed, when the spell scroll is formed, all material components are used to imbue the scroll.
Okay. Can I still take it as a material though?
Yeah, of course. Add it to your character
Okay.
sheet.
That was clever thinking.
Yeah, in case you want to write the spell into your spell book or tattoo or whatever.
To
You
my
did-
mind. Yeah.
Eldritch Knights, this is something we looked up. They do not use spell books like wizards.
Hmm.
Wizards are the only people that use spell books. Eldritch Knights contain it like what Fitzkid says, all in his mind. In other words, he has access to all the wizard spells already, and then he just prepares them every day. It's actually better than a wizard because he doesn't require the spell book. That's one bonus.
Yeah, but
to
the progression's really slow on them, and
yeah, he's just a half
your
caster.
slots are really low.
He's a half
So, yeah.
caster.
I mean, it's hard to remember such big spells without prompts.
Yeah.
Just moving everybody
my second class is wizard, so
There you
I
go.
still have that there.
Yeah.
Looks like they only revealed half of this room. But you see two doors here, or 4 doors in this room.
We each take a door.
Door 1, door 2, door 3, and door 4. You see like a tables and stuff overthrown. Your torchlight only goes out about 30 feet, and then it's dim light beyond that. That's all. Unless we move up to here, then I'll reveal the next section of the room.
I want to go in door 1.
Which one?
See what my
I
prize
want to
is.
go to door 2.
You want to go to this door right here, buddy?
Yes, I do. I do. That's the one I want to go to.
Okay.
I disappeared.
I see
Oh,
that.
I'm back.
Yeah, because I hit the arrow key. When I hit the arrow key like this, it like jumps you up. Oh no, you fell off the map.
I'm in Oblivion.
You're now gone permanently. You die.
Huzzah!
No, sir.
Huzzah! You
No
really
more
don't
than-
like me, do you?
We're playing the two
No more
horrors
annoying
now,
fish
huh?
man.
I'm gonna be the strongest fishman in the world when this is over.
Keep telling yourself that. Maybe
I
it'll
will.
come true one day.
Roll a d12.
Oh.
Oh, you roll a d12.
You look in here. It appears to be a looted room of some kind.
Okay.
Like you
Nothing
can
of super significance that would catch my eye and keep me in here.
What do you mean? There's books.
see a dead orc.
I walk up to the orc.
So how I do this? Are you searching the room?
I am.
I'm gonna roll a d10. The room has already been looted, so it would have to be something the orcs left behind. Unfortunately, nothing of value really left. Watered books, damaged things. It's like someone came in here and tossed this room. Papers are strewn about, written in Dwarvish.
Yeah. And none of these books are legible at all? Or are they?
You could check what that dead dwarf is reaching for under the table.
'Tis true.
Dead
But
orc.
one step at a time, yes. So all the books are non-legible, that's how damaged they are? Or are they? Just to give me a
you
sense
pull out
of
one
what
of the
kind
books
of...
here, and one of them, they're all written in Dwarvish. Do you read Dwarvish?
No, I don't.
And then you pick up a Dwarvish book. Written in the
Yes.
block, script.
Is
Okay.
people okay with me waiting 10 minutes to ritual cast comprehend languages so I can read and understand these books?
It's 50 Shades of Stone.
Well, while you do
That's
that,
the book.
while they're doing that in that room, Beckett
It's-
wants to go
it's-
to the second
Is there-
room.
Is there anything on this dead orc, or no? Is he just
Or-
a skeleton?
Skeleton.
Okay, cool.
His axe
Alright.
must have been removed. I think the other door is right here, actually. You want to go to this one right here, Beckett?
No, the one that you said was number 2.
Oh, the one across the way here? Right here?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Let's go over there. And then let's open it up.
I have vanished. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Asbog, how do you
Yes.
work your games about moving objects within Tales
I'll
by
move it.
as
I'll
if
go
you
into
was to-
build. I'll move it. Go into build mode and then move it around if you really want to manipulate it.
Okay, no, I just wondered, that's all. In case we like make it a defense hole or something like that.
More
in the
dead
future.
bodies in here. Let me tell you. I think
Out of curiosity, do you make these maps?
it's a secret.
Oh, because I was going to say they're pretty good.
Isn't this fucking
I'd
sweet?
like to
Yeah,
give
man. I'm trying to give you guys an
compliments.
awesome experience, man. Sit back.
There's a
and
web
relax.
page where you can download about 400
I
different.
mean, look,
levels
there's
in
a
this game.
there's look at the detail of this. There's a floating barrel.
It's magical.
You walk in
Put
here,
it in your
there's
bag.
more. You see like dead. You see a dead dwarf and a dead orc here. Again, another tossed room. You want to search it?
Oh,
Sure.
Village
You never know when someone might have left something behind.
I'll allow you
that's
guys to
a-
roll it. You can roll a d10.
You said investigation?
You roll a d10. You're just spending time like searching through the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll roll D10. Sorry, I'm not used to playing like this. It's always dictated by skill checks.
That's
I'm
fine.
from. This is 7.
The room has been tossed. Orcs must have looted it. Where are we going?
Of course.
I'd like to walk out and join them in the middle room as well.
You take a dwarven book
Perhaps we go to
just
the
for safekeeping.
room adjacent.
Photos.
Say it again?
You take a book from here.
Yeah, I'll take a book. Yeah. Take the most interesting, thickest one.
You take something like maybe you shouldn't have taken, right? You hear like that moaning sound again.
Door number 3, gentlemen.
I'm gonna whisper to myself, whatever you are, you will be slain. And I walk out.
I mean, granted, you are taking a dead man's property.
Where do you go? Do you want to go here? Or
I'll go
to
there. I'll go to that room.
This room
I'll go
here?
to that one.
I'm going to move Beckett over to here, right? Is that
Yeah.
Okay.
As well, they're doing that. I'm going to start the ritual again for detect magic. So once all 4 rooms are exposed, or even more, I'll be able to go behind them all and see if there's anything magical in either of these.
Beckett, you
separate
walk
areas.
in here and you see a bunch of skeletons and like a bed. Something is wrong, Beckett. As you like look down, kind of walk in here to maybe search a little bit.
If I get the impending sense that something's wrong, I'm going to stay at the door and just kind of draw my sword and examine the room first before actually taking any more.
You draw your
steps.
sword,
Yeah.
and you feel it. You look down at your boot. The skeleton grabs your boot. We roll initiative.
All of us, or just him?
Everyone rolls initiative.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm living this.
That's the problem when you use my thing, man. I have to be a little dirty for you because if you're gonna
Yes!
go in first, you can see my hidden models on the map.
16. 16.
What's your dexterity, sir?
I was just going off of what you told me. Like, you said I felt like something was wrong. If that was something that Beckett felt,
first
he
of
would
all,
have drawn his
Beckett-
sword because
Yeah.
something's wrong.
Beckett first. Let's roll I want you to roll an athletics or acrobatics check.
I have a +5 in either, so I'm gonna use my old man strength with athletics.
I rolled really low, so unfortunately,
Naturally,
you're not grappled. That was a skeleton surprise round grappling you, and the other skeletons rise up. And let's start the initiative counter.
I resist his grapple so well, I break his arm.
But
Did you ask me what my dex was, Morgwin?
Yeah, because I'm probably going to go in front of you because we both rolled 16s. My dex is a +4.
I have a
And you have a
negative
9.
-1.
Yeah.
I roll a natural 20 with the skellies.
Oh my
Jesus.
god!
So that means I get a 22. Beckett, what'd you get?
15.
Morgwin?
16.
Biscuit?
17.
Bruh.
Vodos, you tied with who?
It's Morgwin.
Morgan.
Bruh.
So I'm going to just have the order like this because it kind of doesn't really matter too much. Skeletons are up. They rise up, summoned by the spirits of here. And unfortunately, Beckett, you find yourself surrounded.
Oh,
About to join the Legion of the Dead. I'll move these guys up.
of course, the
Old.
lowest HP person too.
Yeah.
I'll be alright. I can't die.
Beckett is completely surrounded.
Oh,
Now, when I surround
Lord.
you, it doesn't. I don't give the suit any extra bonuses though. It's just because I rolled well in initiative too, guys. They attack you. They actually do have short bows, but they just surround you, Beckett, and attack. I'll just give myself +2, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeletons in here, and I roll 6 times then with +2. What's your AC, Beckett?
15.
You take. I hit you with the first one. You take 7 piercing damage as all the
Oh, this is
short swords begin to slash and hack into you. Fallen weapons.
Damn, this is Goblin Slayer all over again.
Attack number 2. I roll a 19. I'm rolling pretty good. You take another 5. Attack number 3. You said your AC is 15, right?
Yep.
Okay, I hit you because I'm flanking. I roll 14 plus 2. Another 5 piercing. This is attack number 4, correct?
Yep.
I'm trying to keep
This
track.
is brutal.
I attack again. I hit you with the 15 plus 2, 17. So another 6 piercing.
Oh,
Are you down?
I'm at 1 HP.
Last attack. We'll see if I roll decently well. I'm rolling really well. I roll a 21. Beckett.
Well, I'm
Drops
down. It
dead.
doesn't matter how much damage you deal. I'm down.
oh,
Beckett takes a
Lord.
stack of exhaustion as he drops to 0. Skeleton's turns are over. Fizzgig is up.
Oh,
That's the problem. When you
just
go
to
in first and
verify.
I roll good initiative.
It is the room behind me, right? And not another room that...
You hear
Yeah, I
Beckett
don't
go
see
in.
figs or anything.
You see, yeah. Well, it's hard because you have
Okay.
line of sight when you're actually in the game. Because the other 2 guys are just looking on my they're actually my stream, right?
Your screen, right?
So they're sort of seeing it from my eyes. You look, you hear the moaning, and you hear just like what sounds like dozens of sword attacks rise up. You look around, you see Beckett fall, being cut down, and the skeletons look at you. That's good.
Okay.
You see them now a little
I'm
bit? or
gonna-
not really?
Yeah, I see them now. I'm kind of didn't want to do that earlier on. I shouldn't have done that. But let's see. I'm going to cast Fireball because it's pretty much the only cantrip that I really got.
You're gonna just cast Firebolt? Okay.
Every time he says Firebolt, I hear Fireball, and that time
Me
it scared
too.
me. That time it scared me because I'm surrounded by them.
So we're
Do-
about to
do
have
you
a
have
locker
other-
moment here.
Do you have like a sword or anything?
I have an axe. Actually, no, I have a few attacks that I can do close range. Just
Okay.
long range attacks are all basically Frostbite. No, Ray of Frost and Fireball.
Okay.
Hey, you have more HP than me. Why don't you go in there and distract them while I gather up my blood that's been spilled on the floor?
You're down though, aren't you?
I know.
I only have about 34 health, I'm still not fully healed.
I mean, on a good day, I would have 55, but today's not a good day.
On a good day, I'd have 56. But anyway, I cast Fireball. At the closest one, the Archer.
Yes.
Is that?
Roll it up.
Yeah. Come on.
Rattling
12.
bones. They have a 13 AC.
Damn.
They wear leather armor. Missed by 1.
Yeah.
else
I'm
you do,
going to
Fizz?
move.
Okay, where do you want to move to? Move your own model.
Yeah, I'm going to move to...
Back in the other room.
Wow.
What?
You can just drop your model, right? And then use the arrow key. Right there. It's okay. Drop him right there.
Yeah.
There you go. That's as far as you can move.
Yeah, but now that I'm in the shrine, I am going to call for the centipede to come to me.
The centipede, I'll add him to the initiative count. Like this. Roll initiative with the centipede now. You want me to roll it for you?
Where do I roll it?
I'll roll it for you.
Pretty sure I had a sheet that said.
Roll a 4, so it goes dead last. Okay, is that the end of your turn, Fizz?
Yeah. That is
Morgwin is up.
Okay.
You keep doing
Undead zombies were easy. Maybe the White King, too, in there. The White Champion. The disturbed rituals by the dark.
Perhaps some healing.
Well, would Morgan technically know?
He's surrounded by skeletons.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a distance here. Hang on. I want that here. And the enemy is there. And in theory, I could get back to there because I get the extra movement. All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast a second level spell. It's called Kinetic Jaunt. I'll read it to you so you're aware. Walking speed increased by 10. I do not provoke opportunity attacks. I can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. If I end my turn in another creature's space, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space you occupied and take 1d8 force damage. So, I begin a dance. True bard fashion.
Whoa.
And I'm going to move 20 feet. Oh, wait a minute. Will that not get me where I need to go? All right. I'm going to move 20 feet into the room.
Okay, there you go. You run up to the skeletons.
Yep. I'm trying to turn the thing off. There we go. Here. I'm going to take 2 smacks at the one that is to my east or northeast, I guess. The
guy right here?
Yeah, that guy.
So one thing I'll do in the future, you can also hit tab, right? And it says Skeleton Ranger. One thing I'll do in the future is we'll actually label all the creatures by their creature number.
Right.
Creature A,
So
creature B.
here comes the rapier attack. A 9 will not hit.
Your rapier, you pierce out with your rapier, and it just slips right through the skeleton bones.
Yeah.
No damage.
Short sword, 15.
That hits. Yeah.
That's going to be 7 points of damage. And I will then use the remaining 20 feet worth of my movement to put myself back to the place that I was. I do not provoke.
I honestly thought you were going to pull some kind of big brain gamer move and run in there, grab me, run back out.
Once I realized I didn't have the movement to do it, I abandoned the idea.
I saw the distance. I'm like, oh no, I don't think you can make that.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to get out of there without suffering your fate.
Bonus.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
The challenge of Avarice calls. What do you do,
He is going to look into the room and see all the skeletons. He's going to run straight to the doorway, and he is going to hold his longsword downward in front of him. He's going to slam it into the ground, and he's going to channel divinity, conquering presence. I need all of those skeletons to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'll just make a group save with them. Is that okay?
That's fine, man.
Just kind of help. Roll a 16.
Oh, they pass.
Undeterred.
I'd want to say as I do it, from the seared words on my arm, this black smoke comes out, and like I just emanate this intimidating aura, but I guess they're unfazed. When I run into
Unfortunately, I am currently a cadaver, and I cannot be scared of you.
I wasn't trying to scare you, but
I was in the area.
After that, realizing it's not working, I was like, fine. I'll have to rip you piece by piece instead. I'm going to the
I
nearest
mean, you
one.
were trying to scare dead people.
Hey, man, you never know. It works. I'm going to hit the nearest one I can. Skeleton Ranger, the same one that Morgwin hit.
You attack now?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, you walk up into the room. The skeletons begin to surround you. Votus, roll your attack roll.
All right. Natural one?
A natural one. Describe how you utterly fail. You also lose your inspiration, I think, when you roll a natural one.
Oh, can I use my inspiration?
No, you have to declare it before the roll's made.
Damn it! Okay. How do I fail? I just want to just go in and thrust my sword and just go completely straight through like a rib cage or something and not even hit. Just hit so precise that it hit any bones or anything.
How were we able to deal with two not gargantuan, but two large undead ogres and a white champion, but us got jumped by the 6 Skelebros and one of us is already dead?
You want me to tell you?
No.
I think it's a spell. It's called
Got it there alone.
It's called Fairy Fire, and a guy that rolled 2 crits.
Yeah. Yeah.
My fault.
But
It's
you
my
know,
fault.
when one guy walks into a room and gets surrounded by a bunch of shit, you know,
Beckett is Votus.
and then
is that the end
another
of your turn?
guy says, "I'll walk in and get surrounded by a bunch of shit."
But
It's fine. I just want to
fuck.
scream at the
Voda-
skeletons. Hit me! Hit me! Anyway. go ahead.
Beckett is up. Beckett is unconscious. I roll his death save in secret to increase the tension of the game. Fizzgig Centipede is up.
Asbog, I just sent you a link to D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Can I use that for the centipede?
Use a giant centipede.
Giant centipede.
A giant centipede. The HP of the centipede is 4. The AC is 13. I will link it to you in your D&D there, buddy. There you go, bud.
You're familiar? Or...
Yeah, thank you.
It's kind of like a familiar, but it's kind of cool. It's one of the artifacts I got from the first adventure. Too bad Neji isn't here with that prismatic spray.
How much movement speed
Right.
is this? Sorry. Okay.
That's like the oh shit dogs, guys. That's what they're for. When the DM rolls really well, I rolled. By the way, Beckett, I rolled everything. I rolled a 15 or higher on every one of those attacks. I rolled really well,
Yeah.
and I rolled a natural 20 on initiative.
5 feet. That means 25 feet. Let's just do it.
This thing has a movement of 30, so that's its move action. And now, what do you want to do? You want to have it scurry up into the room?
So let me get this right. If I've got 30 movement speed
Yes.
and 30 climb speed, can it still do 60 movement speed?
No, it can climb across the wall. It can climb over you. So I'll move the rest of it, and I will allow it to get into combat here, right?
All right.
I maybe gave it like an extra little bit of movement, but it's not a big deal. It's in the combat room. It's made its dash action. That's the end of its turn, and that's where we'll end the session, as the skeletons are now up in initiative.
I knew that was coming.
Well,
It hit 3
Neji's-
or 2, and I was like,
Neji's not here next week either, so he has the scroll. I think maybe we should give Fizzgig the scroll. Get you, kind of bail you guys out, right?
what, and kill everyone in the process? Yay.
Maybe. I don't know. I won't be a cruel DM and like just slash you down, Beckett. But you gotta survive. You gotta roll. We have to roll the death saves and stuff, I guess.
I'm not.
I won't pull the Matt
too-
Mercer on you and just like kill you. You know, like you did with that
trying to
big
make up
BBG
over it.
guy with the legendary.
I mean, it'd be kind of disappointing with his, his job dealing with things like this, and he just got jumped by 6 normal skeletons. But again, what happens happens.
Did you guys
Shit
have
goes
fun?
down. Yeah.
We'll have Beckett join us again next week until we finish the adventure. As far as you guys want to go in this place, because it might be too difficult. Just a few little skeletons, guys.